This song is so fucking epic. Good morning, Crispy. Good morning, Psych. Good morning, Mishy. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. I slept in a little, so I'm a bit of a mess. That are you on? Sweat. I'm lonely. I gotta not look at that blinking light. Sorry, that's my iron. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Um, I my back hurts from yesterday. Feeding spiders, literally. I know the camera is in a weird position, but this is me for 6 hours yesterday. I was just like this. And I don't quite notice it until I do this. And I'm like, oh God. So my lower back is a little sore, but other than that, it's Sunday. I can't believe it's 2 weeks until Burning Man. I had myself a little bit of I like woke up this morning thinking that. I was like, 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. I haven't even like put together outfits or costumes yet. Good morning, Solipsis. I don't even like I have stuff. I got like I basically treat Burning Man like prom. I love to dress up. I've always loved to dress up ever since I was a little kid. Dressing up, like playing dress up, is my favorite thing. I don't like normal clothes. Normal clothes and getting dressed every day sucks, but playing dress up is the best. And when you're out there, like you're literally getting dressed off of the tailgate of your car or like laying down flat in the back of a truck or something. Um, So I thought I just got bit on my leg by a mosquito. I try to put together all my outfits before I go out there. So then they're just like, I can just put them on and I don't have to think about it. I have. Oh, Mishy, I have not stopped prepping. Like the moment I got home last year, I started making a list immediately. All the things I would have done differently, like different things about my bag, my backpack and all that. Like last year I took a really shitty backpack. Like I didn't know. Right, first year ever, I had no idea. I took this back, not a shitty backpack, but not a backpack that's durable for the dust and opening constantly all over and over and over again and carrying things with you. So I've been like mentally preparing for the full year. It's just like I think this morning it finally hit me like you don't have a year anymore. You have 2 weeks and you have 4 prom dresses you don't know what to do with. I should grab them actually. They're in my kitchen hanging up because I washed them. But we went and we thrifted, like, this was months ago actually. A few months ago, we went and thrifted some stuff and I found like these, like, not like ball gown prom dresses. I don't know what year. This was when I went to school, we all wore ball gowns. I have no idea what era these dresses are, but they look like it. They look like a ball gown, but then they're like a poofy skirt, a little skirt instead of like a long gown. It's like this punky kind of look thing. They're really cute, but like I gotta fucking like do something to them. But I found no shit. I found a color for like every character. So we actually got our tickets in the mail for we got our tickets and like our pamphlets and stuff for Burning Man. Kind of like a fairy dress, literally kind of looks like that. Yeah, it's like a bodice and then like fluffy little skirt thing. I got a couple of them because they're like $4 a pop because they're old prom dresses at a thrift store, so they're super cheap. But I found like, I'm just gonna grab them. Hold on. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Allie. Good morning, Najeel. Ooh, string called Jungle Mac. Yay, I love Mac. Mac is such a good string.
Now,
Always.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for 45 months. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Good morning, Atif. I hope you're doing well. So this is just 2 of them, but this is like an example of what I was talking about. They look like this. But like, I was like, that's perfect. for Burning Man, because it's like barely any clothes, so I'll stay cool and like stick some cute wings on it and like a gold face tattoo or something. Boom, I'm a fairy. Me too. But I got them because I would. The theme for Burning Man this year is it's not Alice in Wonderland. It's Curiouser and Curiouser, which is Alice in Wonderland. Let's be real. So I got it because it's the color of the caterpillar. I figured that's caterpillar green, and then the other one that I had hanging up is this one, and it's Cheshire. It's the Cheshire Cat. Like, come on, it's the red and the purple. Yeah, it's Alice. Like Curiouser and Curiouser. Come on, we all know what Curiouser and Curiouser are, but it's like a halter top kind of thing with the. But it's the red and purple. It's literally this is Cheshire Cat. Like pink and purple is Cheshire Cat colors. So I figured it's like a good start because it's, the colors of the characters and they'll be cool, but I gotta like do something to them. It does. That is weird. This color especially. Whoa. Whoa! That does match it, yeah. It's Alice and like I was kind of going for old school Alice because I figured that's the Curiouser and Curiouser. It's more like like Jabberwocky Alice and the Mock Turtle Alice, like that. Y'all know I fucking love Alice in Wonderland, even though Lewis Carroll has been proven to be an absolute creep. I thought those were two decent colors, but I had like do you guys remember when I asked you guys, dude, Mishy, right? I know. I literally, whenever I grab something like this, Zach's like, babe, that's for an 11-year-old. Are you sure that's gonna fit? And I'm like, babe, yeah. The teal white, right? That's what I was thinking. And so I got these. I asked you guys actually. You guys found these for me on Amazon. But last year, if you remember, I got like these like patent leather boots or whatever, and they were fine, but no shit. The first, like not even the official first night of Burning Man, the night before Burning Man officially started, some lady literally ran her chains of her bike down the back of my ankles, and it was like at full speed, and my boots were literally full of blood. I had to throw them away. So I had to get new shoes, but those boots were like $100. So like, fuck. So I found these you guys found these on Amazon and they're like $30. But they're canvas knee highs. They're dope. Fucking sick. This is what I did during movie night is laced this shit for a very long time. But I had two ideas for these. So my first idea, because Alice in Wonderland, was to paint blue stripes on them like her tights. I thought would be cute. Or I was going to spray them with red dye like blood's been splattered on them, more like Alice from Alice American McGee Alice. Right, knee-high chucks, and they're really nice. They're thicker. They've got like they're like double walled. They're lined. You know what I mean? So it's not like raw material up on your calf on the inside. They're actually kind of fucking comfortable. I was shocked. But they'll be nice because it's canvas, so they'll breathe, and it'll protect my skin. They're chucks. They're literally knee-high chucks. Yeah. But the canvas part, I was really looking for some sort of canvas thing to protect the skin of my legs from other people's bikes and shit, but also to stay cool because it's so hot out there. It took all of movie night 2 nights ago. I did this on Faded Friday, Vex. I was so high. I was just sitting here during movie night, like zoned in and lacing these. I had it on my foot and I had my foot up on my desk and I was just sitting here lacing these the whole time. Because I did like, I did a fancy lace. I don't know if you can tell because it's so fucking bright. But I did like the not cross lace. I just did the cross, I don't know. So I'm like, I'm not destitute for Burning Man. Like, I'm ready. I'll be fine. But I'd like to, I have so many things I'm going to. It's 2 weeks. What can I do in 2 weeks? They're bright. I know they're white. Well, I got them white on purpose because I was thinking of either striping them out like the tights of Alice in Wonderland or doing the blood splatter on them like Alice in Wonderland, American McGee's Alice. A halter cut bralette, dude. I've found one or two in my life, and they're literally made for children. I can never find them the right size. But no, that is, I mean, it's pretty. I've realized that as an adult that a lot of women's clothes, the sizing, especially for dresses, is made up for boobs. And if you don't have any, you can fit in anything. Like I feel bad for people that like. I mean, these dresses, no shit. Some of you would literally have to pop your tit out to get it on. They're so tight, but I have no titties, so it's great. Like, it's the only perk. No pun intended. Kind of vexed. So basically at Burning Man, what they do is they have like, no matter what the theme is, they have days of the week that you do stuff. So there's Tutu Tuesday. Everybody wears tutus on Tuesday. There's White Wednesday. Everybody wears white and then fucks it up. We all go roll in the mud and shit like that. Like, there's certain days of the week. So it's actually really complicated. So there's certain days of the week out at Burning Man that you can, dress up according to if you want to. And then on top of that, the theme is Curiouser and Curiouser, which I love Alice in Wonderland. So I was like, fuck yeah. And I fucking went all out on that. And then the third level of that is that my camp is pirate themed. We're the pirates or something. I can't remember the name of our camp. We're pirates though. And so I have to somehow amalgamate all of that. I don't have to, but I want to. And so what I found, like I'll show you, hold on. You're just seeing all my thrift finds today. Okay. I do! No shit, so check this. So Zach's the one that reminds me. He's like, it's pirate. Remember that our camp is pirate themed, so you want to have like some pirate stuff, right? And like, just to lay it out there, I don't like pirates. I've never been like, oh, pirates, yay, pirate speak day. Like, I don't know, not my jam. Also, later in life, learning that they were the main perpetrators of the slave trade has really put a dampness on it, an icky taste on it for me. So like, I've never really, like, I had to actually look up like, what's a pirate look like? But Zach was like, okay, he really wanted to find some the puffy shirt, like from Seinfeld. He was like, I need to find some puffy shirts. I found a ton. Thrifted. These things were like $1 a piece, which is great because they're like 2 pieces of material. But this one literally has the tag still on it. Like, this wasn't even worn. Perfect. Are you kidding? I'm a pirate, bitch. And then I found another one. They're just like those little tubey tops with the fucking fluffy sleeves. And then I found another one. This one ties in the front. But it's piratey, right? Like, it ties there, and then you got your titties out and shit. And then I figure, like, throw a leather belt across it, and boom, pirate. Yeah? They've got to be a style, because this is how many I found. This one's too big on me. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but this one was made for big boobies. But they're very piratey, so I figured, like, something like this, and then belts and shit, right? Like, I have all this scrap leather, and, like, I went and thrifted a shit ton of scrap leather belts and stuff like that. Throw a bunch of belts across it. Boom. And then Zach asked me, but I feel like you guys will get it. I found this for $4. And it's a gold skirt that fits me perfect. And Zach was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, I'm the booty. Hello? How come I'm the one who has to point out that the girl in the fat ass with the gold skirt is going to be the booty? I don't get it. I'm the one who doesn't like pirates. Fuck. Right? I thought that was clever. Jeez. Right? Thank you. I thought it was very clever. I was proud of myself. Right, Crispy, I'm saying this one would work for big titties because, like, look at all the ruchy shit. Like, it's literally got an entire expander for boobies, but if Cocky sneezed... Whoop! That's what I'm saying. I mean, I bitch about my tiny boobs all the time, but there are little perks to it. Wardrobe malfunction city. I have the same problem, but it's like if things aren't tight enough, it's like my boobs just fall out the middle. Like anything that's like a deep V cut or has space in the bra right here, my boobs just like fall out the middle. It's got to be like skin tight and taped in, otherwise this just because they're just. See, Vex, same. And that's, if you've never played American McGee's Alice, it's a video game. I actually have a funny story that goes with this video game. Hold on. American McGee's Alice. I can't remember, what year did this come out? Oh my god, it came out in 2000. So I was 12. So, this game was being announced. And I've always loved Alice in Wonderland. Like, I was a little goth kid that was like, yay, Alice in Wonderland, everything, teehee. Even though I fully realized that Lewis Carroll has been discovered to be an actual fucking creep. Yes, I know, I'm aware. He's a fucking creep. But American McGee's Alice was so fucking dope. And it had this, like, very dark, I'm trying to find a good, there's a good cosplay of it, dude. The cosplays are so good. Hold on. Are you kidding? Get out of here. American McGee's Alice. Oh, that's from the second game. This is from the first game. Look at that. Is that not the dopest? So, like, if you've never played the game, it's fucking amazing. I don't know where it is, but I made this apron years ago just for funsies, and I never use it. I don't know where it is, though, which is sad. But yeah, that's like the American McGee Alice kind of. She's Alice in Wonderland, but Wonderland is dark and scary, and she has to use her Vorpal blade to fight through Wonderland. It's amazing. And so I was, like, my little goth heart, obviously, like, this is the Alice I want to be all the time, always. And I love that she has the Omega on her, because she is the end. She's your end. Another part of me wants you to color redecorate all the white and make something spectacularly ravey. Well, so I can do both. So during the daytime, some people do, not a lot of people really do a lot of the dressing up during the daytime because it's so fucking hot. And, you know, cool costumes, they collect heat. Like, you know, it's just sitting against your body and the sun's cooking you. So most of the costume and the cool part of the event of Burning Man is at nighttime, evening and nighttime. So what I was thinking is, regardless of what I do to them, to integrate some glow in the dark paint in it, or UV light paint, because almost everything you walk by has black lights somewhere in it. And so I was thinking that'd be kind of cool if they were just like I don't know, something with that, like a blood splatter with glow in the dark in it or something like that. See, I don't know. That's kind of, I mean, no shit, Vex. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm just really bad at it.
Now,
believe it or not a raver.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings.
Cheers, bitch. That's a lot of months.
Easy. You know what, Vex? We actually do that to everything. That's actually a really common thing. So when you're out there, I think I've told you guys this before, but like, nothing motorized is allowed if it goes over like 3 miles an hour, unless you are an art car, like a registered art car, like one of those cars that goes out on there that looks like a Pac-Man or something like that. Like, unless you're one of those, you legit cannot have a motorized vehicle out there. And so everyone has bikes. So, I mean, literally bikes everywhere. It's crazy. Just piles of bikes everywhere you go. And because everyone's out at nighttime the vast majority of the time, you light your bikes up. Like, it's literally in the tenets of Burning Man, light yourself up. Because people actually have been run over on the playa. Because they're out there in a black hoodie in the middle of the fucking night, and an art car comes by. So no shit, like, our bikes, I'll take pictures of them. We didn't finish them until we were at Burning Man last year. But we have, no shit, we have disembodied unicorn heads duct taped to the front of our bikes, and their horns wave in the air, and then our entire bikes are literally wrapped in that L-wire. We have so much L-wire. I've become an L-wire fucking pro. Like when the rain hit last year, I spent a lot of that just crafting in the tent because I had nothing to do. And I wrapped this. Zach has a giant pink teddy bear, like one, like not a onesie, like an actual, like almost furry level outfit. And it's got an enormous fucking head that goes on it. And I L wired that entire head and like outlined the eyes and everything so it glows in the dark. Like I've become the L wire queen. It's pretty amazing. I'm really good at it. But no, that's easy. It's everywhere. There's so much fucking L wire all over the place. It's on everything. Everywhere, Nick. And it's all free. It's gifts. It's a gift. So, like, you know, I've talked about the camp. Every camp has a gift they give to the playa. So, like, last year, our gift to the playa was non-alcoholic lemonade, which sounds lame, but man, I swear to you, every other camp's gift is alcohol. And when you're out there in the desert and it's 100 degrees and you're dehydrated, the last thing you want is fucking alcohol. So cheers. I need to cheers. So last year that was the Bat Cave's gift. The gift of the Pirate Cave of the Pirates, whatever the fuck they're called, is coffee, which is great because you know me and coffee. So that's our gift. Whereas there are like 4 or 5 camps that they go every single year no matter what, and their gift is bike repair. And they know shit. They have these enormous bins of, they're labeled like steering or handlebars, chains, wheels, tires, kickstands, etc., 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 etc. And you just go pick and pull all the parts you need, and then they help you put it together. Gifted. Again, I know I constantly am throwing that out there, but it's such a weird concept to even grasp until you're there. There is no money on the playa. There is no bartering or trade. It's gift. No, the L-wire doesn't heat up at all. No, they run cool as fuck. It's really nice, and we literally have those battery packs hooked all over the place, so we just flip them off when we need to. Cheers. Miss 420. It could be, but we get LEDs specifically so they don't heat up. But it could be. I don't know. Zach orders them. He knows better. He knows what to get. We specifically get the LED ones just because they last forever. Like, the L wire on our bikes that we had on 24/7 while we were at Burning Man last year still works this year. Do you guys remember last year when I came back and I had shredded up legs? I think I showed you guys. That was because of the L wire. So the way that you attach all the L wire all over your bike is with zip ties. And I had clipped all the zip ties, like clipped all the loose ends off of them, but there was that sharp little square sticking off of them. And I went riding around the playa, and it was the first night I was out there, and I was just like high on life, literally not high at all, just high on life, excited. And those things, it looked like I tried to make love to a lion. My inner thigh was, this area, shredded. Fucking shredded from that shit. I learned. Same, Nick, Hunter. I mean, every single morning I woke up last year, I went on a search for coffee, a coffee camp, because there's a lot of coffee camps out there, and breakfast camps, and I mean, if you think of it, there's probably out there. It's pretty crazy. I nonstop drove around the neighborhoods last year, and I didn't even see a quarter of what's at Burning Man. It's wild. Wait, Fallout London is crazy. So many enemies in one spot. Carry cocktails and grenades with you at all times. Imagine. No shit. Cocktails are everywhere out there. It's pretty wild. Oh yeah, American McGee's Alice. That's what I was just gonna tell you a quick story about it because it's funny. So it came out in the year 2000, right? I'm 12. So I wanted it so bad. Like I heard about this video game and I was like, oh my fucking god. It's like someone made a video game for me very personally. Like I'm this little, I didn't even know what goth was. I was just a little 12-year-old that wore a lot of black, loved Alice in Wonderland, kind of creepy, loved snakes and snails and all the creepy things. And I was like, oh, this game is everything for me. I need to play this. So I ask for it for Christmas, and I beg, and I plead, and I'm like, Mom, please. I know you hate video games. I know you hate everything I love, but like, God, fuck, please. Bless her heart. My mom, to this day, knows fuck all about video games. Like, she is so blind to that world. So Christmas Day comes, and I get a package that looks like a PC video game box, and it's kind of heavy, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, she did it. She managed to do it. I'm so fucking excited. I open it. It's the game manual, it's the big phone book sized game manual on how to play the game, which I'm not shitting you, I do believe was more expensive than the game. Yeah, bless her heart a million times. Like, she did try. She just had no fucking idea what she was doing. Like, at all. And my ass, I'm sitting there like, put on your happy face. They tried. Like, I have the fucking $50 game manual for a game I can't play. It's amazing. Premium guides, they were, I mean, that guide, literally, so what I ended up doing was using that book as like a drawing guide, and it kind of got me drawing. Like, that's how I got into art, was I would trace the Cheshire Cat in this, it's so, I mean, it sounds so pathetic. Like, I wanted a game, I was given a manual, I made the best of the situation, you know what I'm saying? And I would literally sit there and I would trace all the characters in the book, and it kind of got me drawing, for real. It was like an intro to art for me. It was a good gift, it really was, because I eventually got the game, and had the manual for it and everything. Like, it wasn't bad, and even though it was the wrong thing, it still wasn't a bad gift, because I truly think she tried her hardest. Like, that was obviously an attempt, and it wasn't a cheapskate out, because I'm pretty sure those manuals, those were more expensive than the games sometimes. Those were like $70. Those big, I mean, they were thick, dude. They were literally like a phone book. This one was, for sure. It was huge. So, I mean, that at the end, like, I think we all say this and it's trite as fuck, but it's true. It's the thought that counts. Even at 12, I knew that, and I was like, man, she really did try. Like, I was completely cognizant. I mean, when we were, I can't remember how old we were, we really wanted to go see, it was when Lord of the Rings came out in theaters. I don't know what year it was. We really wanted to go see Lord of the Rings in theaters. And Christmas comes around, and we get Lord of the Rings for Christmas on a DVD. And we're like, the movie's not out of theaters yet. And my mom's like, I was walking downtown Seattle, and there was this lovely man with all of these DVDs out on a blanket. And he said he had it, and he offered it. And I mean, isn't that what you wanted? You wanted Lord of the Rings. It was actually like a fucking, like, someone videotaped it in a theater and then burned it on a DVD and sold it to my mother. I know. Like, bless her heart. If you asked her to get you a specific breed of chicken, she'd do that she'd know exactly what the fuck she was doing. You know what I'm saying? You ask her to come out and figure out why your garden's not growing, but video games, like that, the movie world and shit is just beyond her. But like, that is one of my favorites, and we watched it Christmas night. We put it in and we're watching it. And I remember my Nana sitting in her like recliner, like, this movie is terrible. The quality of this is just absolute bullshit. Because there's like heads in the shot and you can hear people coughing. It was fabulous. It was a great moment. It was so clearly like someone had videotaped it in the theater and then burned it, but bless her heart, she tried. I mean, it's the thought that counts. You know, it's the thought. I hope you and my boss meet up at Burning Man someday. He's currently only doing local burns because kids are young, and he's one of those insanely interesting longtime burners. Ooh. I got to burn with a couple of those people last year. I would have a blast with that person. I love to pick their brain. My mom got me a movie instead of a game for my PSP. I watched that movie over and over again, right? Same. Like, I think my mom might still have that burned fucking Lord of the Rings DVD somewhere. We watched it over, I mean, we got Lord of the Rings. It just wasn't the way we thought we were going to get it. Like, I was grateful for anything, to be honest. Gifts are weird and always make me feel awkward. So, like, anything is a wonderful thought. And when it's so far as to literally buy an illegal, like, pirated copy of Lord of the Rings off of a street man in Seattle, sure, that checks out, Mom. Bless their hearts. They do try. I mean, seriously, like that, I really got a lot out of that manual, to be honest. It actually led me to, like, I think I've told you guys this before, but I have never played a Final Fantasy game. I've tried. I've never played one. I don't know. I'm way too behind on it. It's too much dialogue. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I can't remember which. It's whatever Final Fantasy game where everybody kind of looked like kids. They were like very round and cutesy. And I never played the game, but I bought the game manual, like hardback, because the character design was so fucking cool. That's how I started drawing. Like, that's how I started becoming artistic and like getting into painting and drawing, was tracing video game characters in manuals for games I didn't own. I forgot about that actually for the longest time. But that was, so the reason I know like what a chocobo is, or literally anything about Final Fantasy, is because of that one fucking manual I just went through and traced a million times over. Like I remember there was the giant swords that looked like a cleaver and shit like that. Was fascinating to me, but I never played it. Dude, how many books are in Redwall? I have no idea. Throw this out there. Redwall still holds up to today's standards. Books and the show. Just watched it with the kids last week. I haven't seen the show. Is it good? I haven't seen the show. Is it stands up? You have them all? Oh my god, Panda's actually going to tell us how many there are. I have some of them, but I've given a lot of them away. I don't know how many there are anymore. Oh, dude, Nick, it was actually a pretty fucking good feeding day. Like, we had, you know, the usual 1 or 2 spiders that literally do this to their worm. And then we had some really epic, like, one of the worms squirted my arm because the spider bit it so hard. That was pretty epic. And I got to do a rehousing, which was exciting. Where did I put him? Oh, he's behind us. We rehoused one of my big boys, and he kicked hair. Literally, you could see the bundles of tarantula fuzz in the air. That's how hard he was kicking hairs at me. He was so pissed off. I did that with Game Pros and Nintendo Powers, right? I'm so glad I'm not the only one that did that shit. Cheers. I need to clear my bowl. Excuse me. I have 7 of them. I think there's 7 books. Yeah, I think I only have 3 of them anymore behind me somewhere. You know what I've decided? It's so hard. There's so many fucking books in the world. I truly, truly, truly have a really hard time picking books to read. And I'm that type of person that even if it's a bad book, I kind of force myself to finish it. Like, if I'm not into it, I'm like, oh, you're already halfway through. Like, just fucking finish the book most of the time. And I realized recently that don't hate me, I've never read a Stephen King book before. I've read one short story in one of his books once when I was like 14. And it was good, but I don't know, missed them. I guess I just fucking, I don't know, skipped them. So I was digging through, I have a pile of them behind this sewing machine right here. I was digging through my bookshelf because Zach has read a lot of Stephen King. So I knew we had a bunch in this bookshelf and I dug it all out. Excuse me. I don't know if anyone clipped the worm squirt. I don't know if you could see it. I just felt it. It was disgusting. Oh my god, I haven't done a lizard day in forever, Allie, because, Allie, did I tell you my lizards laid eggs? Did I show you the fucking eggs? So I'm anxious they're pregnant. So I've in the past like 2 months, I've been hyper separating all of my geckos into different enclosures and just watching them like a hawk. Yeah, I'm like, every time they cling to a piece of glass, I'm like flashlighting their stomachs, like, are there eggs in you? Like, I'm nervous. And if you handle them, because you know, crested geckos, if you don't know, crested geckos, they're kind of like frogs. They just jump. They're not really crawly type geckos. They're leaping type geckos. And if they hit their belly on something hard and they're pregnant, the egg can actually get bound in them and they die. I know. So I haven't held them at all. Like, I haven't touched any of my geckos in like a month. Because I'm just nervous now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, which one's the boy? Which one's the boy? Who's fucking my geckos? I actually think I know who it is. I think it's Damn It Bobby. Damn it, Bobby! Savage, what is that? Abe Books? Hold on, I'm gonna write it down. I feel that, Crispy. Every time I see a cool game that looks MMO-y come out, I get really tempted, and I'm like, do I really want to do that ever again? No. I don't. I love what I got out of MMOs, but at the end of the day, it's like fake chores. Had to post a pic of Older's hats after CK mentioned American Mickey's Alice. Love that series. Dude, right? That series was so fucking good. It was so good and innovative and different, and man, it was just great. Abe Books. Got it. I Oh, damn it, Bobby, we're dealing propane and propane accessories, not jisms and baby geckos. I still, like, I don't know what I'm gonna, I mean, I want to, like, I want to give them away because I seriously don't need any more geckos. But at the same token, like, how do you just give a baby away and know that someone's going to take care of it as perfectly as I would? Me too. Well, Allie, so what I was saying the other day when I took them out, I've had 7/16 is the day that I found them. I actually wrote the dates on the eggs. That's the day that I found them in the enclosure. And when you find them, you know, you do like the flashlight trick to see if there's an actual like active embryo, just like you would with a chicken egg. And I did it when I found them and I saw like the red vein and I was like, okay, they look fertilized. I'm going to keep them in the perlite and we'll just see what happens. A couple days ago, I did it again. There's definitely baby geckos in that egg. Like you can see like the little curly dude inside. Crazy. Eggs are wild. It is wild. I mean, no shit, Crispy. I think about that sometimes because sometimes I get like the times that I think about defaulting back to ESO or an MMO in general is when I have nothing to play. I'm just kind of bored and I have nothing going on. Like I don't really have an art project I'm working on, nothing, because MMOs just kind of filled that void of nothingness. And when I was living in Maryland, no shit, I would stream ESO for 8 hours every day, and then I would get off work, take the dogs for a walk, and then I would play ESO for another 4 hours at nighttime. And it's literally all I did. Constantly. And I realized it was filling this void of just like, here's some pointless shit that I can get a little bit of a, you know, neurological hit out of completing, but it's not really anything real. And that's the only time I feel like, oh, I kind of want to go back to it because I'm bored. Like it's when I don't have anything going on or no game I'm like obsessed with or something. That boy ain't right. No shit. Oh my God. So they use all the secondhand stores and things. They put their books onto a marketplace cheap as fuck. I bought 15 books for $7. Dude, I can deal with shipping time for $7. Are you kidding? Hell yeah. Geckos, no shit. You know geckos got their name because they make the sound. Gecko. Like, there's a gecko called a tokay gecko that goes, tokay! That's literally how geckos got their names. Scientists are not smart, or not original by any means. They're like, wow, that one said tokay. Should we call it tokay gecko? Wild. Literally the OG Pokemon, no shit. Geckos in general as like a family of animals. Yeah, I've told you guys, I have two Leachianus geckos behind me, and they go at nighttime, and it scares the fuck out of me every night. I'm never ready for it. Aliens. I mean, you're not wrong. The spiders. The names, half of them are just people's last names. And it's like, I get that you want to put your name on something, but maybe change your last name to Smith first. I don't fucking know. Like Bohmei, how would you spell that? It's Boehmei. What the fuck? It's so weird no one even thinks it's a last name, but it is. Classy's a last name, actually. The Classy Spider, Klaasi. That was a name as well. I just spent my time 100% in games instead now. Yep. I find I right now I really don't. I've been like fucking around. Has anybody played what is it called? Once Human. Jesus Christ. A what gecko? A was-uppening gecko? Oh my god, do you think one would? There's lizards that do this. It's kind of like was up, but they want to fuck you. But I don't think I know a gecko that says was up. They make a lot of sounds, but I don't know about that. But they'd be cool. I'd be into that one. Especially if it did the when it said it. Was that'd be amazing. I'd be into that. Once Human, right? So I think I talked about Once Human a bit ago. I played a shit ton of it when it was in beta. Like, Zach and I played it together, and we borderline cleared the map. And then I kind of just got burnt out on it I don't know. I just got burnt out. I was like, there's nothing else to do. All my weapons are at top level. Like, I don't know what to do now. So I stopped playing, and it's now free to play on Steam. And so I was like, again, fucking bored and thinking about downloading an MMO. And I was like, no, don't do that. Let's see how Once Human is going. And it's pretty fun. Like, it's still kind of the exact same thing it's always been, where you're just like tromping around and clearing cities of zombies and whatnot. But they added kind of like a Pal World-esque ness to it. I don't know how to explain that. So if you've ever played oh god, Death Stranding, I did not play it, but you know how you had a backpack with a baby in it? Or a belly bag with a baby in it or something? Anyways, so in Once Human, you have a backpack on and you have an entity in your backpack that comes out and fights for you or does other things, and you collect them throughout the world. You find them all over the place. These deviations is what you call them. And when I first played it in beta, you basically have like a glass, like looks like a fish tank or something that you keep your deviations in your home. And sometimes they do something like they'll like collect wood or something like that, or they'll cook for you or whatever. But other than that, you never saw them. Now they literally are out walking around my home all the time. And one of the deviations, I fuck you not, I found it and it was a stuffed dragon this big. It's a 9-foot stuffed animal dragon that wanders around my home going, and I want to kill it. What is that? I don't like the dragon. It does. It's horrifying. It's like a secret clown or something. And he cooks for you. Apparently he cooks, but they're pretty, I mean, they've come up with some cool shit. It's a fun game. If you're looking for a game like that where it's like Valheim with guns. I don't know how to explain that. You're like dropped into a world naked and you can start building right away, or you can start fighting right away, or you can start clearing the map right away, like doing whatever you want, but everything you want to do. Like farming, building, fighting, crafting, it's got it all. It's pretty, and now it's got these fucking like deviations or pals. Wand of motherfucking Orcus! Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving an twins that Prime sub. Do not forget your Prime subs. Every time you forget to use your Prime sub, Jeff Bezos gets a $5 bill shoved up his asshole. It's crusty and he does nothing for the society. Please stop it. Go use your Prime sub. Give someone a smile. I appreciate you. Bless.
Now,
I don't think I ever played
I'm
Emerged
going
Realities.
to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Tundra Beaver, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving any swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. That's a lot of fucking months.
Thank you.
What was Merged Realities? I played Division. Division was okay. I like it because it's a kind of game where it's not just like bullet hell. It's not like, here's some guns, you're gonna go into a room and you're just gonna have to start spray and praying. It's a game, because it's open world, you can literally stand on a cliff with a sniper and snipe the entire population of a city before you ever go in and do your missions. And sometimes I like to do that. Like, it's like when I'm just bored, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna sit on a mountain peak and just snipe the population of a town. They're zombies, by the way. Snipe the zombie population of a town, and then you go into the town and do your whole mission and there's no bad guys at all and it's like a breeze. I don't know. I kind of dig that. It's like a freedom of play. Like, you can play how you want to play. Like, one of the best weapons in the game is a melee weapon, and it's literally a giant fish. Like an actual, like, trout that you just fucking wet slap people with, but it does more damage than almost any other melee weapon. It's crazy. Like, there's some ridiculousness to it. I don't know. I talk through them, so I never hear the end. Did it fuck up? Did it fuck up? Tomorrow's the day, Allie. Tomorrow I find a new post office, so hopefully I'll get them out to you. I mean, I should. I'll just message you. I'll message you the track and whatever. I mean, like, a bunch of timelines crashed upon each other's. Oh, I see. I mean, honestly, that's kind of the concept of the game. Like, there's different, how do you put that? it's like the technical word would be an instance, but in the game story, it is a different reality. You're kind of like fluctuating between various realities because of what's happening to the world via the deviations, etc. Like that's kind of it. That is what's happening a little bit. So like sometimes you'll be running towards a city and you'll see what you see, and then all of a sudden you'll notice this weird kind of rainbowy gossamer, like looks like bubble skin or something, and you walk through it and the city is not what you saw 5 feet before you, because it was like an illusion kind of thing, and it's actually in this bubble reality thing where it's harder than normal and blah 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 blah. Like it's kind of, I don't know. I dig it. I can show it to you guys if I want. I'm like level 30, I think. It played fine. Okay, I think you're skipped. It's, I mean, mobile. Have they fixed, have they said anything about mobile? Like, are they going to do anything about mobile? I haven't heard one good thing about this mobile update at all. It just sounds like a nightmare. Might be rolling it back? Good. I mean, it looks like a nightmare. I don't understand. Like, it feels like just every website in the world is like, let's just look like all these other websites. Like, Twitch was like, TikTok's successful, let's look like TikTok. Or let's look like Instagram or something. And it's, I don't know, maybe I'm off my keister on this, but like, we are live content. Like, there's something, you need to do something different with live content. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, it just feels like nobody gets it. I gotta grind up weed. Like with Instagram and TikTok and stuff, you're scrolling through pre-recorded, edited, perfected videos that you can play and stop and rewind and go back and forth. And if an ad plays, you still go back to where you stopped in that video. With live content, that ain't it. I just don't understand why anyone's like, we are nothing like it. We're not special by any means. It's just not this. It doesn't work. Doing like a scrolling through that, I don't know. It just seems odd. But everybody's doing it, not just Twitch. Like, everybody tries to look like everybody else. Instagram tried to look like TikTok or Vine or whatever back in the day. I hate these safety packages. It reeks of trend chasing. Thank you, Kel. That's exactly it. That's it. Yep. I've had the whole new mobile for like a month or two now, and I fucking hate it so much. Yeah, I have heard not one good thing. It's just like when Fortnite BR got popular, all of a sudden we needed 40 clones of it. What's that other one? Not that other battle royale that everybody was obsessed with for quite some time. Overwatch. I liked PUBG for a minute. PUBG was fun for a minute. I dug it. No, Overwatch. Never liked Overwatch. It's like cartoony. Murder. No, but I come from the days of like DayZ. Like, if they made PUBG like DayZ, which kind of feels, maybe that's why I like Once Human, is because I really liked DayZ. Like, the way I played DayZ is I would drop into the world with a group of friends, and you just hunt people. Which sounds so fucked up. But it was like, there wasn't a clock on it. There wasn't a timer. There wasn't anything. It was just this enormous open world that you were dropped into. And if you saw another person, you might shoot. Literally DayZ was built off of Arma, wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think DayZ was Arma with zombies, right? I mean, zombies. I had that on iPhone 6. Wow. It's like they copied the UI, but none of the background features that make it work for that medium. That's dumb. Arma 2. Yeah, that was basically it. Yeah. I never played Arma, but I definitely played a shit ton of DayZ. And I played with my boyfriend at the time and 2 of his friends from school. It was so bad. They would hide in the woods outside of a town, and then I would stumble into that town naked and afraid with my mic on. And if someone came upon me, I'd go, "Hey, I'm new. Can you help me?" And then I'd lure them outside and my friends would snipe them dead. It was horrible. I was such a fucking troll shithead. But I really liked that game. I just flipped the script on people finding out you're a female on voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure we all got on a voice comm at one time during the Halo era, and the moment someone heard your voice and it had an intonation of femininity in it, they were fucking your mom and your dad and your cousin and your grandma and your dog, and they were fucking everyone you knew. Just gotta flip that fucking script. I'm lost and I don't know how gun. Help me. You know what I'm saying? It works. Me too. I loved DayZ when it first came out, and then it just kind of crapped out. And I think that's why I like Once Human. It kind of has the same feel, but you're not hunting people. You can turn on PvP if you want, but I don't. Dude, Allie, I get that on my channel. People think that's an insult. I don't think they actually give a fuck about whether or not I'm trans or not, or what my genitals look like. But it's kind of like these children, these fetuses, the first thing that comes to mind that they think can be offensive is, are you a man?
Are you a boy?
Sure, yes. Ask your dad. He's sore still from my dick last night. Sure. Yeah. It's just, how is that an insult? My genitals literally just dictate how I pee. Are you kidding me? Same. I mean, Chronicle, now I do, but when I was a kid, like, God, I didn't know what to do. That was a terrible time. I would just leave and be scared, and I'm like, why are all these hateful people on the internet? A girl, get back in the kitchen and leave the games to men. Uh-huh. Tell me you're 11 without telling me you're 11. Come inspect my plumb bob, asshole. Dude, right? Honestly, sitting to pee is healthier for your prostate, but you still gotta wiggle it. You still gotta do a little shake, right? It's just different, you know? That's it. That's literally it. But it's a cheap hit that children love to, I mean, they think it's just gonna, they think that the number one way they can offend me is to ask if I'm a man, which, like, if I was your mother, I'd be fucking embarrassed. Oh my God, Casriel, shut the fuck up. This is eloquent. This is something I would have done. I remember a funny video of early DayZ. Female player got cornered by two guys with guns, and she beat them both to death with a broom. I think this was DayZ, but it was definitely one of these shooters, like DayZ Arma or something like that I played. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was DayZ where if someone got up on you and suddenly they had to reload, you could literally just start punching them to death, and they couldn't reload their gun or punch you back, and you could just punch them to death. I think I did that so many times. Like when you were walking through a house and suddenly there was a person on the other side of a door, you just whap, 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 whap until they were down, and they'd be sitting there trying to reload their gun and it wouldn't reload. Was that DayZ? It was a great time. I love that wiggle emote. It's fantastic. That's great. Sitting to pee, seriously, standing to pee puts undue pressure on your prostate, which can lead to prostate enlarging and prostate problems, which leads to pressure on your ureter and your bladder, and then you won't be able to pee, and then you don't want prostate problems. Sitting to pee is always the best option if you have that option, seriously. I would give anything to be able to piss on a tree when I'm out on a hike, but sit if you can. It's better for your body, it truly is. Good morning, Seatown. I know. I think it's this weird weather's turned me into major booger face. One of my guy best friends used to tell everyone the chick playing with them was his baby brother. Was that to protect her? No, Funk, because honestly, my brain would stop at, you played a video game? How? You knew how? How? Teach me. Show me. I need proof. I'd have to see it. It'd have to be filmed. Not this. Oh, God. Not that part. Oh, stop it. Not that part. The video game part. The one who said about going back to the kitchen sucked way more than I did, and we lost. Next game, he was on the other team and in the chat, and he wrote, girl on the other team, we win, GG. We won. Oh my god. And I typed, how's it feel being beat by a girl? That's beautiful. What is that? What's with female hate? Did their moms hit them? Right, C-Town, it would only work on that kind of person. It doesn't work on us. Like, I don't care what you perceive my gender as because it does not matter. It truly doesn't. Perceive me how you wish. I like sitting to pee because it gives me peace and quiet. Just sit there, relax, decompress. 100%. I've thought about that before. I've literally thought to myself, like, kind of sucks that penis people just don't get to chill for a minute. Like, you always on the go, even when you're peeing, you know? Whereas we just kind of get to, this is a nice 30 seconds by myself. It worked because idiots. Of course it did. Of course it did. Yeah. I mean, that's fucking weird. What are you doing? What were you doing bouncing on daddy's stomach last night? I have to do that or daddy's belly gets very fat. Bouncing keeps him skinny, and that's not going to work, said the child. Why not? The mother asked. Because Tina, the babysitter, keeps blowing him up. What? Oh my god. Fucking Tina. Holy shit, that's pretty good. The mental image is fantastic. My face is, it's always full of boogers. Dude. Colorado is boogers for me. Yes, hold on. Permis. I love watching clips. Some of the female COD players just trash boys groups 4v1 after they spend the first 5 minutes trashing him. It's just, like, I love those too, but the gender bias in video games is so weird to me. So weird to me. I don't understand. Why? What is that? Like, what is that? I just don't understand it. Winning at life? Always. Sometimes. What up, Sean? How are you? Oh my god, wait, I haven't even read it yet. Is this the, it's a skill issue? Is that what this is? I think I've read this before. It's great. Yes, okay, let me read this to you guys. It's fantastic. We've seen this, but it's truly fabulous. Male behavior towards female gamers. A 2015 study found that lower-skilled male players of Halo 3 were more hostile towards teammates with a female voice. Which, by the way, what the fuck is that? But behaved more submissively to players with a male voice. Higher-skilled male players, on the other hand, behaved more positively towards female players. The authors argued the male hostility towards female gamers, in terms of evolutionary psychology, writing, quote, female-initiated disruption of a male hierarchy incites hostile behavior from poor-performing males who stand to lose the most status. Noted. Misogyny is a skill issue. It's literally, I love that. I've only seen it one other time, and it's fantastic. The fucking skill issue. C-Town, what the fuck? Like, I hate to be that guy, but what a fucking snowflake. Are you... What? That's it? Being called weird? Okay. You got some paper skin, man. They're just monkey brain troglodytes, very much so. Coping mechanisms to deal with skill issues. Yeah. Ignorant, stupid people don't use it. Stupid? Stupid? Is that what I just said? Stupid. Ignorant, stupid people, stupid people don't use their brains in multiple ways. Nah, I know. What a concept. What up, Rod? Good morning, love. How are you doing? It's the guy who's running with Kamala. I saw the clips of that. And I agree. I saw the clip. He says, these people are weird. They want to be in your classrooms and they want to take books out of libraries. And I'm sorry, that's weird. And it is. Like, if there's, like, we all say, weird, subjective, normal, subjective. Wanting to remove books from a library is, I believe, inarguably fucking weird. Makes you a weirdo. Makes you a weirdo if you want to check the genitals of little girls at the age of 8 to make sure they don't have a penis before they play sports. That makes you fucking weird. And I've been called weird my whole life. Let me tell you, I know the definition. It's that. That's weird. It's very weird. Yeah. And they don't want to be called on their shit. They hate that they're being called on their shit. And, we're weird. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, if I had a child and they were 8-year-olds and wanted to play sports and they went to school and they came home that day and said, the principal lifted my skirt / pulled my shorts down to make sure my genitals matched my preferred sport, I'd be in jail. 'Cause that is weird. Fucking weird. Jack, right? I mean, come on. Arguably, it has more genocide than most, if not almost all books. My God. No one protects the kids anymore, and it's a fucking shame. I'm a stepdad, and it's a wild world in the Midwest. I believe it. They care about kids till they come out of the womb, which is wild. Like, they care more about an unborn fetus than children who are alive and trying to function in the world at this current moment. They're more concerned with an unborn fetus, and that's wild. They do not care about kids. They want to take away women's rights. That's it. Case in point. They don't care about killing an unborn child, killing a fetus, getting an abortion. They really could care less. They sleep fine at night. They just want control. That's it. Period. All I want to say is if we lock it down and elect Harris in less than 20 weeks, can we go back to not having a 2-year-long election? Dude. Fucking tell me about it. It's beautiful, Vex. It truly is. I think it's pretty hilarious that Trump refuses to debate again against Harris. That kills me. I feel an immense swell of pity for the poor dumb bastard that attempts to confirm my child's gender by making them expose themselves. Crispy. Cocky has my number. You know where to find me. Will gladly go down in chains with you. No fucking way. There are states doing that, and it's just fucking wild to me. Some local DAs are not even taking cases against child offenders. It's fucking wild. I believe it. I listened to a true crime recently. I won't give you all the deets because they're fucking gross, and that's not what you're here for. But long story short, generational incest. Massive generational incest. Massive. Like, grandfathers, great-grandfathers were fathers, were brothers, etc., etc., etc. The worst, like the grandfather, the worst offender, the peak of the family. Do you want to know how much jail time he got for impregnating every single one of his granddaughters but one? 4.5 years. 4.5 years. That was the maximum sentence for raping your granddaughter. We don't care about kids in this country. We care about taking away rights. Period. 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 You can't convince me otherwise because I have never been shown otherwise. So the bad guy from Barbarian, oh my god, that movie was so wild. Wild. Same. Dream, I'd wear it for you, and I think I speak for most people when I say we would. Like that is a natural instinct to protect the vulnerable, which are children, right? That's disgusting, Kel. Dude, barbarian. That movie. I mean, good horror movie because it scared the fuck out of me. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What mind thinks of these things? Like, I think of some fucked up shit. Never thought of that. Never thought of that before. The scene, you know what I'm talking about? Oh god, what the fuck? Oh my god. I need more marijuana. There isn't enough. Good morning, Rage. Right, C-Town? Like, I'm the first one to say I'd love an old Victorian home with, like, a tiny secret door that goes into a secret room or something, but that's a different level. No, so Sean, no shit. I've seen them, like, periodically. I've seen them out, like, on Prime, like Amazon Prime or something, but I feel like they're in a certain order, and whatever one is usually available to watch for free is not the first one, and I haven't seen the first one. The X movies with Mia Goth. Goth? Is it Goth? She's great. She's very unsettling. Like, very unsettling. When my oldest was born, my sister looked me straight in the eye and said, I will kill for him so you can stay out of jail. That is appropriate. She's unsettling. Like, her little voice that's always up here, for some reason, it makes me very nervous. Is Pearl one of the X movies? I can't remember. I saw a horror movie with her recently in it. Rod probably knows the name because he's Horror King. It's like in Italy and it's a car full of people and they pick up a guy and they take him off to party or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's such a weird premise. I'm trying not to spoil it. Infinity Pool. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, really? Katie, have you watched Infinity? That's the last Mia Goth I watched. But I don't think I've seen any of the X movies. Which one's the first? Is it Pearl? Because I haven't watched them because I know there's like a series of them and it's never the first one that's available to watch. I'm just saying it would probably be funny if something happened to one of our kids in this chat and like we all just pulled up at the school or whatever and did it ready to fight. Oh, no. It'd be literally the classiest fight ever. We hear you examined a child you shouldn't have. We'd like to speak to the perpetrator, please. Just a cloud of smoke emerges from us. Okay, so it's X, Pearl, and Maxine. I'm gonna write that down. Because I do want to watch them. X to Pearl to... What's the last one? Maxine. I've seen commercials for Maxine recently, like ads or whatever. And isn't it like coincides with a serial killer or something? I don't know. Don't tell me. I literally have no idea what the movies are about. I just like Mia Goth. She's pretty fucking creepy. She's a good little actress. I saw a post that made him chuckle the other day. That made him chuckle the other day. Made me chuckle. Quote, I've discovered a new tactic for dealing with cult 45ers. What is that? Instead of telling them all the evil things DJT does. And oh, that's what a cult 40. Wow. Sorry. I'm out of the loop. Now. I know what that is. And says, I simply say, I understand why you're supporting a man whose morals and actions align perfectly with your own. I understand that being like him is something that excites you and makes you feel less insignificant in a world you can't understand. I also understand it's much easier to let someone else think for you and decide where you stand on important issues, rather than trying to educate yourself and form your own opinions and thoughts. Cheers. Oof. Oh my god, to be honest, this group probably outnumbers some police department. 100%. I grew up in a town where our police department was a chief and a cop. We are more than two. I'm not kidding. I've thought about that sometimes. Like, I have almost 37,000 followers. My hometown has 1,500 people. 1,500 people make up the town I went to school. I have that's crazy to think about sometimes. If we had a purpose to stand behind, i.e., one of our own children was being examined at school before they got to play a sport, they should fear. Not that we're violent people, but a lot of you are just way smarter than they ever realize. You know what I'm saying? My school had 2,000 people in it. Yep, I dated a guy in college whose high school graduation had to be at the Tacoma Dome because his school was similar. It was so fucking big. It's just crazy to even think about. I cannot conceptualize that many people still to this day. Like, it's just so weird. You know, my brain is very small towny. I'm guessing a nice sized chunk of this community know how to make people disappear thanks to the military. Also medicine. We have doctors in this community. There's a mortician in this community. A mortician with an incinerator in this community. I'm not naming names, but like, don't fuck with our kids. And to be fair, arguably, like, the nurses and doctors and respiratory therapists in our community are scarier because they can just keep you alive forever. Like, eternally. Paralyzed but awake, with tubes in every orifice. I don't have the cool skills to make you disappear, just low moral values. That's fabulous. My high school grad class was 666. Was it really? No shit, Dis's graduating class was as big as my town, I believe. Yeah. I grew up in a town like that. It's crazy to think that you guys were in these huge fucking towns. Super tiny curmudgeon, and no shit, it, like, my hometown encompasses, I think, 3 counties. Ferry County, Stevens County, and one other county. That 3 huge chunks of land, like big fucking Eastern Washington counties, all go to the same, because that's how, there's just no people out there. Like, when I say I grew up in the middle of nowhere, I truly mean I was 45 minutes from literally anything, 2 hours from a hospital. Middle of fuck nowhere, man. Fucking nowhere. Now you're the most popular person in town. You know what? I've thought about that. Like, my town is so, it's kind of, it reminds me a lot of Napoleon Dynamite. Like, it's just kind of a different time and space. I would be shocked if anyone I went to school with even knows I'm an internet person. I don't know. Like, they're all very farmery type people who don't play video games and do shit like that. I'd be shocked. I think maybe 1 or 2 might have found me, like, literally 1 or 2 people that I went to school with, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know if they'd even know how to, like, compute this. We could send a person to the 4 corners of the world if they hurt one of our, yes. No shit, literally. Retail is low moral values. Dis's school campus had more stoplights. Wait, the campus? Wait. Dis, your school? Wait, the campus for your school had stoplights? There was a road in it? What the fuck? Okay, get this. My hometown has 1 stoplight. Like, the town. The entire town for, like, a good hour radius. And the only reason it's there is because there's a train goes through town. So you, by law, have to have a stoplight so people don't drive into the fucking train. That's it. That's crazy. Your school had one? Want to see me throw a ball over the? I bet I could make this over that mountain range over there. I bet I could. Dude, Uncle Rico, man, he's fucking classic. I watched that movie a lot as a child. Well, as a child, as an adult, I still do. You're just jealous because I'm talking to hot babes on the internet all day. Yes. LaFonda's perfect and we're in love. I love the internet. No, technology. I love technology. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can recite that movie. That's weird. Fucking LaFonda, she was such a banger. I lived in a town in Elgin, North Dakota. Oh man, North Dakota though. I was a ranch hand. I would ride the horse and hitch. Uh, yeah, I had a few people on horses come through my drive-through. I worked at the one, we had a little espresso stand in town called AJ's Espresso, and a few horses came through. That was fun. What up, Music Man? I'm good. How are you doing, honey? I guess they took the stoplight out and put in a roundabout, so no more lights. A roundabout, though, that's still wild. I mean, that's truly, I can't even fathom that. That's so weird. Like, at a school. Like, I've just never been to a school that big. I have no concept of that. I was explaining what a dude ranch was at work this week. Wait, people didn't know what a dude ranch is? Wait, like a Mr. Hands dude ranch or a dude ranch? People are really nice, but you have to go find them. Like, there's so few. Like, the horse want a coffee? No, but the person on it did, and they never tipped. Fast. They were the type that, I'll get you tomorrow, honey. They never got me. Oh my God. Pup cups didn't exist when I was in high school. That was not a concept. People weren't, I mean, it wasn't little dog era until I was in high school. But that would have been, I don't know, what would a pup cup or a horse be? Horses don't like dairy, do they? Maybe just a sugar cube? Is that good for horses? Honestly, I don't know. I've never given a carrot. They like carrots, right? Drove home from my parents' place CT yesterday, managed to make all the way back to MD in 6.5 hours. That's actually kind of good. Nice. Especially on a Sunday night. Fuck. Wait. Actual dude ranch. So a dude ranch is basically where you can go and stay and like pretend to work on a ranch for a week, right? It's like you go play ranch hand with people. I don't work with many actively curious people, one could say. Yeah, that's I mean, I've never done it, obviously, because I grew up on a fucking farm, and the idea of paying to do that is nauseating to me. But to each their own, you know what I'm saying? You pay to sling shit. Maybe carrot puree? Yeah, or shredded carrots or something? I have no idea. Today's the 10-year anniversary of Robin Williams passing. Holy shit. Really? Wow, that's wild. Horses love sugar. Are they supposed to have it, though? I don't know. I've seen in movies they get sugar cubes, but I don't know if it's good for them. Oh, they like bran muffins? Oh my God. We definitely had those, though. I could have done that. And they barely had any sugar in them, honestly. They had molasses in them, which is horses like molasses, right? That's probably why they dig it. And molasses is like a sugar, right? What is molasses? It's sugar, right? It's a sugar. 10. That's nauseating. We're old now. If you want to see a large public school campus, look up the East Kent Kentwood High School in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That place is pretty nuts. What's the population of this like student body? Do you know? When we took my son to get enrolled in school, my boyfriend saw the high school and he was like, "What is there 2 classrooms?" Come on now. No shit. If you read a lot by Georgia O'Keeffe, you end up learning a lot about that kind of stuff. About dude ranches? Save a dude. Go to the best friend's animal sanctuary and muck out with the stables of rescue horses and taking Kitty in a stroller on a walk and bring home a different elderly dog every night. That's a way better option, honestly. I'd rather do that than pay to dude ranch. That's cool. Not that there's anything wrong with dude ranching, but I don't want to pay someone and then sling up shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not terrible for them. Okay, I didn't know. You know, it's like, I'm pretty sure dogs would love to eat chocolate too, but that's gonna kill them, so you never know. A horse my mother took care of, Groovy, cute, used to put in the back of his stall if she didn't bring him a bran muffin. He used to pout. Wait, can I get a bran muffin every day if I just pout about it? Where's my bran muffin? Gimme. They just did an interview with some of the cast of Ms. Doubtfire. Sally Ride said he advocated shooting be arranged so she could visit her dying father. Oh my god, my brain went to shooting guns for a minute and I was like, what the fuck is happening? One of the girls said he talked to her about mental. Oh my god. He truly was a great person then, yeah. I know this song by heart too, but I know it from a video game or something, I feel like. Something. I think I learned it from a video game. My parents listen to country. I did not grow up on this shit. She spent most of the second half of her life in the Southwest where, oh, is that where, Southwest? What's considered the Southwest? Is that Colorado? Or is that more like, what's next? What is the Southwest? What is it technically? Is it me? There's Oklahoma south. What is to my Kansas? There's Kansas to my east, and then my west is Nevada? Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada. Okay, yeah, so that like little chunk, that's kind of what I was trying to picture in my head. I'm still getting used to the geography around here. I've driven across Kansas 2 times, and I'm not going to say it sucks there, but I will say that it felt like a broken racing video game where like at a certain point I had to open my Google Maps to make sure I wasn't just on an endless hell loop and I had died somewhere and this was just what my new universe was. Because it was just like nothing. Like nothing. Like the only reason Dorothy didn't think she was in Kansas anymore because there was something. If there's something, it must not be Kansas because Kansas ain't got nothing. Nothing. Like, whoa. But I know some people from Kansas and they're lovely. The people are rude as fuck. Okay, the people that, I guess I can only say the people that come to buy my stream and decide to hang out probably aren't going to be assholes because we don't put up with that shit. So the ones I know are probably different than Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas. You will die of boredom. No shit. So I didn't drive through Nebraska or Oklahoma. Kansas was inevitable. I had to. Like, no matter what you do when you drive across the country, like, that's just one of the quickest ways is to get through Kansas because there's nothing. It's just forever. And, but when I was going through the state, like, when I drove across the country for the first time when I was moving to Baltimore, I wanted to hit as many, like, cool sites as possible. Because, like, a lot of those states, I don't know anyone that lives there. I really have no reason to go there. But they do have some cool shit to see, I thought. So I went on, like, an adventure online, like, planning my route across the country. Like, I went through a ton of state parks. I went through, like, Tetons. I went through so many, I can't name them all. I went through a ton. Everything you can, basically, through Montana, Idaho, and Utah. And then when I was going the rest of the way east, I was like, okay, what's in Nebraska? I'm not kidding you. If you Google it, they are famous for a wall of corn. Like, apparently the world's largest wall of corn. Which is why. Was it Candace? Was my name Candace? I don't remember. But Nebraskans, we talk like this and it's very corny. Corn everywhere. That's literally where that came from, because that's all they have. So I didn't go through Nebraska. Bless it. Didn't go through it on purpose. They're just many corn. I had nothing to do. It's my family there did nothing. I had nothing. And then there were a few other states like that where it was quite literally like I want to say it was one of the Dakotas or up there somewhere. There's a giant ball of twine. Like that, if you Google, like, that's the state's pride and joy. Stuff like that, where I was like, you know what? I think I can skip seeing that. Probably. So once I hit Kansas, I just started kind of flying, because there wasn't really much to see until you got to the East Coast. But I mean, I didn't really run into rude people or anything. Everybody seemed nice. People are people, man. I don't know. If you're nice, people seem. Elvira's from Kansas. That kind of checks out, to be honest. She's fantastic. Yeah, every time my dad and I would drive through Kansas on the semi, I would sleep the entire drive. Yeah. Fun fact, El Paso, why can't I read? El Paso's closer to San Diego than Dallas? That's crazy. Weird. Man, I'm so bad at geography. It's terrible. My favorite trivia from Mrs. Doubtfire Face was the big wigs want a happy ending where Robin and his ex ended up back together, and Robin and Sally said no. That gives bad expectations for kids who have divorced parents. That's lovely. Is she corny? Of the minicorns? Shut the fuck up. See? That's Nebraska. It's literally known for corn. It's crazy. Wild. I didn't know. South Dakota, in KC, we have a giant badminton tee. Oh. Like badminton, like the, with the little net and the birdie. What? Why? Can I ask why the birdie? Is there like, are you known for badminton? Like, why the fuck not? I mean, you fucking got me, dude. Touche. I got nothing. I just. I don't know. You're asking someone is sitting in a room full of disembodied heads and hands. Like, queen of why is that there? I got nothing. Touche. Just curious. Like, is there a famous person that. Badmittens? What do you call that? What are they? A baddie. Wait, what's DFW? My girlfriend lives in DF. Hold on. Oh shit, it just jumped. What is DF? What is that? What's DFW? Down for whatever? Dallas Fort Worth. Okay, sorry. I'm really bad with acronyms. I'm a dumbass. I have glimpsed the void. Okay, what were the Dakotas like as a person that doesn't live there? Because I've never driven through them. I literally skipped that entire part of the country because they're just, and this is no offense to anyone who lives there, there was nothing like of note that the internet said like, you should see this other than walls of corn and such, and a giant badminton birdie, apparently. But is it quite literally like Kansas void? Just like I could have gone in autopilot. It was crazy. Minnesota has a 65-mile long trail named after a fictional radio program, Lake. What? It's the Great Plains. Does that mean nothing? Or is this where the deer and the antelope play? Well, where seldom is heard a discouraging word. Or is that the range? Which one's the plains? The rain, mainly, in Spain, falls on the plains. Whatever. I haven't seen that movie in a bit. Please don't judge me. That's the range. That's the range. Okay, just kidding. That's not where the deer and the antelope play. Sorry. That's a song for non-Americans confused about the dumbass American on the screen right now. Katie. How are you feeling, curmudgeon, by the way? I think no shit. So someone I watch on YouTube just went on a vacation to Seattle and Alaska and came home with COVID, and I'm worried there's going to be a new, like, I'm getting a lot of job offers on my phone again, which means there might be like a wash your hands season. Be safe. Plains means huge flat grassland of fuck all. Yeah, so it's like, is Kansas plains? Is it? It was like a shit ton of fields, but they were all barren and looked like nothing. We have nothing, but we're trying. Hey, I mean, you don't need anything if the people are dope. Like, it's just like, I was looking for excuses to drive through states I really didn't have any other reason to ever go to while driving across the country. Like, I was like, why not? Go look at something. The second time I drove across the country was literally the weekend of shutdown for COVID, so I did not go sightseeing. Shocker. I know. I can't remember what states I went through either. We just drove so fucking fast because they were shutting down state borders. Eliza and I were just like, in my little Mazda, we were going. I thought we all pretended COVID out of existence. You're funny. You're funny. A lot better. I managed concussion falling down the basement stairs. Stop it. Get help. Stop it. Yeah, it's actually, isn't it September? They say get all your boosters, like your flu shot and your booster, whatever COVID booster comes out this year. I think it's around September is ish the time they say to get it, because it only lasts for so long. Like the vaccine boosters, they're only good for like 3 or 4 months or something. So they want you to get them as close to like the bad season where everybody gets sick as possible, or get to, because I'm a goddamn klutz. I mean, same. Preaching to the choir. You know what happened to me the other day? My arm has been sore as fuck. I was standing in my back doorway. I guess it wasn't really my fault. I was actually kind of nimble as fuck. Standing in my back doorway, and my dogs, they just get into this like zoomies battle mode and went to zoom through the doorway, not seeing me, I guess, or trying to go between my legs, and just knocked one of my knees out to the point where I went forward, and I caught myself and was fine. But man, it like froze half of my muscles in my body. It was like almost whiplash from a car accident. Those like 80-pound bastards. On the Great Plains region, I mean, like, you have to give us something to not shit on. Other than I mean, if you like nothingness, that's great. You know what it is? I feel like I'm gonna fall off the earth. I've never not been surrounded by mountains. My whole life, I've lived in like a mountain range. Maryland was the only time I didn't, but it's such a fucking lush, dense, forested area. You have no idea. You wouldn't see mountains anyways. And so any horizon I look at, we've got a range. Mountains out. That's what everybody says. And it's like, it feels like you're in a bowl and that's what holds you in. And when that's not there, I don't know where to look. It's kind of like people getting pictures taken and they're like, what do I do with my hands? Like, I'm just sitting here like, what do I look at? What takes up my ADD visual range? Like, what do I do? Where do I go? How? And also, I am so a landmark person. I'm really, really terrible with directions and shit. If you're like, oh yeah, take a left on 79th and then a right on Panana Road and whatever, I'm like, no, no, no. It's a left at the Walgreens, a right at the giant tree where the shopping cart has grown into the bark, and then you go straight past the two Safeways that are across the street from each other, and then you're gonna go you're gonna take a U-turn by the Starbucks with the weird red roof, and then it's right there on your right. You're gonna see it. It's behind this broken down dump truck that's been there for 7 years. That's how I get places. And in a flat nothingnessville of hell, I'm an ant, and you've drawn a circle around me on the ground, and I'm just like, help. 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 Help me now. Help. There's nothing. What? Help. 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 Forever. I'd just die. I would literally die. I mean, regardless of the biome, flat. Right? Like, the biome's cute, but there's no trees. It's flat, which is where I get freaked out. Like, if there's no plant that goes above here, I don't know what to do. I get kind of like, I'm gonna fall over. Like, there's nothing to hold me up. You know what I'm saying? Or like, no shit, I was driving through. It was so eastern. So like, if you looked at a map of Colorado, like east of our airport is just like Kansas. I mean, you can't even barely, if there wasn't a sign saying like Kansas is on this side and Colorado's on the other side, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It's just like flat range. I think it's the range. I don't know. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, so when I was driving across it the first time, I swear to you, I was driving for an extended period of time, nothing. I saw nothing. I saw no houses, no turnoffs, no roads. And then out of nowhere, there's a baseball diamond with two children playing on it. And then I keep driving and I actually clock myself. I'm like, how long am I going to drive before I see a vehicle, a town, a building, anything? It was 20 something miles. Like, where did those children come from? Was that baseball diamond real? Have I lost my mind? Is this an illusion, like a mirage, and I'm dehydrated? It was that level. And I grew up in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm very familiar with nothingness, and we didn't have that level of nothingness. You'd at least have some, like, smoke shop. My God. It was a build it and they will come. I'm not kidding you. I swear to fuck. My ex was with me. He was there. He saw it. It was both of us were like, where did they come from? And it still haunts me. Where did they come from? Was it real? I mean, the traffic yeah, Seattle was built terribly for the traffic and shit like that, honestly. My mom lives up in the flatlands by Skagit, though, and the traffic's just as bad. Honestly, I feel like there's more accidents up there because that weird openness makes people feel like they can drive faster and more recklessly. And because it's flatlands, water builds up on the freeways and causes those puddles that people hit and just like and just fly off the freeway. Like when I used to have to drive home through that every single day, and all of the accidents were in Skagit Valley. And I think it's a mental thing. Like that openness just makes people feel like suddenly like, yeah, I can go 90 in the rain with my Honda Civic from 92 or whatever. Hydroplaning, that's the word. It's really bad out there. Really bad. I know. I never understood that. I still don't. I mean, I've never lived anywhere where people know how to drive in the rain. Like, it's either they freak out and they stop driving. Baltimore, like, we get rain, like hurricane rain. People just decide, like, oh, it's raining. I guess I'll pull over on the freeway or go 5 miles an hour. Or it's like Seattle and they're like, no, I can still go 80. I was born in this. I was born and raised in the rain. Let's fucking go. Ah! You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other. It's crazy. No, you just slow down. Just slow down. Don't be a fucking idiot. You don't have to slow down that much, though. My God. I'd rather live in a nothing area with nothing adjacent. I want to live in the middle of nowhere, but I want trees. I love trees. Dude, right? Oh my God, Vex. Can we start a campaign for that? If you want a lawn, just move to, where is it? Move to the Great Plains. You just have it. It's there already. You don't have to, like, suck a natural aquifer or reservoir dry to, like, maintain your green front yard. It's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of funny how much work people put into maintaining a lawn when the origination of a lawn of grass was to show people that you don't have to work your land. Like, look at all this land I don't have to plant vegetables on. It means I'm rich and well-to-do. But now people, like, waste their lives maintaining this perfect green lawn when you could grow vegetables. It's interesting. I think about that sometimes. It is. I agree. Is it that time, my special boy? Good morning. How are you? Are you doing good? You want to come say hi? Good morning, Bubba. The void has come to say good morning to everyone. Oh, and maybe get humped. We'll see. Please not today. Hello, Miss Ma'am. Good morning. Did we have... Oh, that's a big yawn. Did we have good naps? Right in the mouth every time. You're gonna get me one day. You're gonna, like... One of these days, Bub, you're gonna get it. And I'm gonna hate it so much. It's gonna be so gross. Thank you. You're very cute, though, and I love you so much. Morning dog breath. Yum. She's such a jealous bitch, right? You notice she has no interest in me unless he comes over? Dude, that'd be dope. You mean like the pony cut? Like full body? That'd be awesome. Their hair grows so fast. It's like my hair. Look at that. It grows so fast. They don't care. You only want to hang out with me because he wanted to hang out. I know you. I'm aware of your game, Miss Ma'am. You're just jealous. That's it. You don't actually care or want to hang out, maybe. Or you do. I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Is someone in the kitchen getting snacks? Can you blah 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 blah? Yes. She does. Vex 100%. No, I've told you this before, but like Trick loves to play fetch. But if we actually want him to be allowed to play fetch, we have to hold her. I have to hold her collar because she doesn't want to play fetch. She just wants to ruin it for him. So either she'll get the ball and then she just takes it and goes off with it and leaves and ruins the whole game, or she waits for him to run back with the ball and she attacks him and makes him drop it. She's just an actual bitch. I know. She's a cunt. She really is. She like you I've told you guys about his weird screechy bark he does when he gets excited. Like if he sees a squirrel, he does this like yipe 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 to go chase it. She knows how to set him off even if there's not a squirrel. So like if I'm petting him outside and cuddling, she'll sprint down the hill of my yard. Do you see her? She'll sprint down the hill of my yard to make him think there's a squirrel. He'll yipe 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 down to the bottom of the hill and then she'll trot up and come sit on my lap while he's desperately trying to find whatever the fuck she freaked out at. Look at this. This is the only, look at her. It's the only reason she's here. She's such a bitch. Look at that sweet boy. All he wants is snuggle. I know. My boy. I love you. Bill's a cunt. I know. She's a lay bitch. I have to like say it's okay for him to come over because otherwise she'll growl. She's a bitch. She really did. I don't know if the name did it, but she sure ended up a lot like my character in Nocturne. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen Nocturne, I played a bitch named Lilith. Aw, bud. And you're just the sweetest boy that's ever sweeted. And you're a bitch. I know. Calm yourself. Don't hit me in the face. Calm yourself. Calm yourself, my sweet baby girl. Calm yourself. Rod's the only man in the world that Lilith likes. We don't know why. Maybe it's because she was young or something, but like every other man ever, she hates, she growls at, she wants nothing to do with. Now we battle. The mouth battling, it just kills me. It's like toddlers kissing. Their fighting is just cracks me up. The way they just sit cheek to cheek and go. Get her. Did you get her, bud? Did you get her? Did you get her? He's a good boy. It's rage. We don't know what it is. It's she. Neither of my dogs dislike anyone, but there's been a couple guys in our house for some reason that she just like doesn't want anything to do with. She just growls. She doesn't. She's not aggressive. She just like it's like a I don't really want to sit near you, and then she gets up and moves away. She just acts scared, and it's weird because she's literally lived with us her entire fucking life, and if something happened with her and a man, I have no idea. I know it's not Zach because he spoils his bitch rotten and loves her to death. But for some reason, she don't like any mans. Bill's out here being a bitch. Why? Trick was on my lap snuggling and she came over to bite his dick and get him off, and then she came up and snuggled and he just sat there and stared. It was heartbreaking. She's such a
My precious angel. My precious princess angel. No, I don't believe it.
Sure.
No.
Sure. She is. She's a precious something. Lil, a bitch? Never. She would never. She has nothing but good intentions and none of that. No. Really? I don't know. I mean, I want to say it's because I kind of submit. I've told you guys before, but I like when I am in the presence of someone's dog or an animal, I just curl up on the ground and submit myself to them and say, you know what? Eat me, love me, lick me. I don't care. You own me because I love you more than anything and I will die for you. And animals tend to respond to that well, I guess, maybe. Or they like me. I don't know. Should be a rapper called Lil Bitch. It has a double meaning, actually. That actually fits really well. Dunkin' Sparked? I don't know what that is. No, this is just an iced tea. A mango iced tea. My oat milk curdled in my coffee yesterday, so I had to get Dunkin'. I was sad. It's not supposed to be expired, but I poured it in, and I swear to God, it was like watching a brain develop in my coffee. It wasted an entire cup. I was so depressed about it. But no, just iced tea. What's a Sparked? I don't even know what that is. Oh, I don't need a caffeine boost. I hope not. It doesn't say it anywhere. Did I shake it before? No. No. Mm-mm. I didn't have to. No. I was gonna say, that sounds like that fucking lemonade that killed someone at Panera Bread. Sniff and go back to sleep. Oh. Same, Allie. I've thought about that before. I'm like, you know, I make eye contact and best friends with people's dogs before I even acknowledge the person on the other end of the leash, and I should probably do it the other way. It's so bad. It's so bad. Did you? Oh my God. So Panera Bread came out with this lemonade at the fountain drink dispenser that had more caffeine than like anything ever. I don't know. I don't remember the exact milligrams, but it had like a dumb amount of caffeine in it, like stupid amounts, and you could just go refill, I guess, at some of these places like eternally this lemonade, and one girl actually did. I think she had a heart attack or something. Like, it was terrible. It's gone. I think it's gone, or it's behind the counter and you can only get one, or I don't know. They did something, but yes, that's real. That's legit. That happened. It's crazy. I know. It had like 6 times the amount of caffeine as a Red Bull. That's insane. Oh, it's way less caffeine. It's only 100 milligrams. Not okay. So it's not one of those. It's not. Were there? So Vile, do you know what was in that death lemonade? Like what it was? Like actually the caffeine milligrams? Was it 400 a serving? Because that's psychotic. I mean, absolutely chronicle. Absolutely. I mean, I think she had a predisposed condition or something like that. But it's crazy that that can happen. I don't think that's. I mean, I don't know if there's regulations on caffeine, to be honest. But I know it had too much. It was part of their Infinite Drinks membership card. Infinite Drinks. Interesting. I had a Red Bull when I was 18, and I couldn't sit still, and I was bouncing. Never had it again. I'm 32 now and still won't. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling so much. That happened to me when I drank a SoBe when I was a kid. Do you remember SoBe? There was like a big orange. It was kind of this color, actually. It was like a big orange SoBe, and I can't remember. It was like, I think it was carrot. It didn't taste like a carrot, but it was carrot something. Yeah, the lizard drink, and it had that taurine and something else in it. But it made me feel fucking sick. Like, whatever it was, I was doing this, and, like, I had the weird cold sweats, and, tasted great, but oh my God, I didn't feel good. Yeah, the Panera lemonade. Do you remember, like, so Vile says it is. It's 400 milligrams a serving. Red Bull only has 80 for an 8.4. So about for 8 ounces, it's 400 milligrams of the lemonade. That's insane. Wow. How are you, Genova Love, by the way? Wow. It was like a specific one that had the taurine, and I think it was the orange one. I think. I mean, I haven't had one since I felt like shit. I don't know. Oh, they're large. Okay, so a 30 ounce had about 235 milligrams. I wish I remembered milligrams of caffeine, like in Monsters and shit and coffee. But the Red Bull comparison's pretty good. That's crazy. No, thank you. It was like living life in an FPS at 500 ping. After at 23, I slammed 8 ounces of vodka and an 8-ounce Red Bull at the same time. That's horrific. I experienced internet latency IRL. So a monster? No shit. So a normal monster can is 180 milligrams. Wow. That's more caffeine than I consume in that lemonade, and I consume a lot of caffeine. Like, I am absolutely a caffeine person, like, as she reaches for her tea. Wow. A can of zero sugar monsters have about 160. For some reason, it varies. Interesting. Probably has something to do with the processing or something. A 12-ounce Coke has 35 to 40 milligrams. Wow. Versus, what was theirs? 200 and something? Jesus. And it was on some unlimited drink card, so people were drinking a lot of it, right? I mean, it was crazy that someone died, and there were people out there like, oh my god, they're taking the lemonade away off this drink card, and I'm so sad. And people were bitching about it. I'm like, bitch, it's lemonade and someone died. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? I don't think I ever had Jolt. I think I thought Jolt was a joke. Like, I think I saw it in a movie or something, and I was like, that's not real. That can't be real soda. That looks weird. This can of the orange has 155 milligrams, but I've seen 180 as well. Yeah, it's got to have some... I mean... I'm going to look at one of my cans when I take a break. Let's take a break really quick. I got to pee really bad. But I'm going to look at my... Because I have the white... You know, sugar-free monsters, whatever the fuck they are. I don't... Do they even have a flavor? I don't know. They're very plain. What up, Drew? How are you? I like that bulldog pug. That's great. They have a monster series, a monster 300 series with 300 milligrams in them. Whoa. Celsius has 180. Alani Nu has 200. Those are small cans for 200. Jesus. The Alani cans? Wow. 200. Rainstorm has 200. Rain has 300. Wow. I found a can of Zero Mango and it's 150 milligrams. Yeah, I'm gonna check my white monster and pee because I have to pee really bad. There's a dog. Come on, let's go. You're always under my desk, and I feel like I fucking kick her in the face every day, and I feel so bad, but like she keeps going back. I don't know what to do. I have to pee so bad. BRB. Stretch your dicks and that's hot. I've never noticed that lyric before, sorry. I'm a child. I went to work and got a large iced coffee with vanilla from Timmy's. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, where does it say the caffeine on this? Because I don't know. It takes me most of the morning to drink it. I'm almost done, and a friend walks in with a huge iced mocha from Starbucks for me. The largest from there are called Ventis, if you didn't know, and oh my god, they're so big. A Venti? Is that 20? That is huge. Dude, I mean, there's probably so much caffeine in that too. Is it 160? I was going to say, I was looking at it. I don't know where they put the caffeine on it. I've never looked. Energy drink. Zero sugar. Ultra, super, wait, no, zero ultra. Zero per can, 16 fluid ounces. But what's your caffeine? Did they even say it on here?
Ha 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 ha.
Aha! So this says 150. Interesting. I wonder if they're different. Oh, Drakus, you generous hoe. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Allie. Allie, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Yeah, it says in really small writing. Is it 160 or 150? It might be no, it's 150. Caffeine from all sources. 150 milligrams per can. Not recommended for children, people sensitive to caffeine, pregnant women, or women who are nursing.
Ha 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 ha.
Young at heart, thank you so much for gifting us sub to caffeine. Caffeine, use a butt wizard of the highest order to go forth. It might have. I mean, This is the zero sugar one, and that one might have given you the, I don't know if, with sugar, maybe? Powdered energy drink formulas are my jam. Dude, I got addicted to one that Najio got me. Guacamole 9000 or something. Oh my god, I have it in my kitchen. What is it called? It's some fucking weird name, but it's like blue raspberry flavor. Which is my favorite of the fake flavors. Those are pretty dank. Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. Thank you. Yes, that one's really good. I dig it. Yeah, it's really, what's the brand? I'm trying to think of what's the brand? I'm trying to think of I'm just blanking on it. Gamer Subs. It's Gamer Subs. Thank you. Jesus. Not G Fuel. I used to be sponsored by Gamer Subs. I might still be. I don't know, actually. But not, I never. Gamer Fuel tried to come at me a few times, and I was like, no, I'm good. Blue Raz was my fave. Then I discovered Raspberry. Obsessed with, wait, Raspberry? Is it called Raspberry? Is it called Raspberry or is it Raspberry? Because I'll look for it. I go through it so slowly because it makes a huge thing. No, it's cool. They make up weird names. I mean, seriously, the one that I like is called what? Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. Like, Raspberry is not off the table. I knew a kid in college that actually pronounced it raspberry. Like, sorry. I can barely do it. Raspberry. But he somehow said it normal. Like, I don't, raspberry. Berry. Raspberry. He would literally pronounce it that way, and he knew it was weird, and we would look at him, and he'd be like, I know. I would like raspberry flavor, and we were like, what the fuck happened? What happened to you, sir? Why? The Trenta 31 ounce, you can get an iced tea that would last you all day. See, that's why I get this Dunkin' one. I get so it's extra ice. It's actually not this size. It's like the size below it, but with a shit ton of ice in it. And it like look, I mean, I've barely touched it. These last me forever. And it's just iced tea, which is nice. And they make fruity teas, which is kind of nice in the summertime, even though it's cold right now. I work at a vape shop. Oh my god, I believe it. Dude, weed names. Listen to these. These are the weeds I got recently. I guarantee they're similar to vape names. Pharmacan flower and the parent strains. Lemon OG, haze number 7. That's actually not the weirdest I've had before. I've gotten some that are just like, I don't know where they come up with this. Honey child. Sure. Honey child. Mango mentality. Super Zolger serum. I don't know. They come up. I think at this point, there's just like, what do? You have to come up with so many weird names. I've gotten one before that we've actually, like, we never figured it out. It's like a bunch of symbols, like a cuss word. What was it? It's like a bunch of symbols, it's a cuss word and something else, and no matter what we did, we could never figure out what cuss word it was that would make sense with the name of it. They come up with the weirdest shit. Cat piss, cheetah piss. Cheetah piss is common. I've seen cheetah piss a lot. Oh my god, I've been rewatching Parks and Rec right now. I am in the middle of rewatching Parks and Rec right now. What is the name of the place that has the giant drink? The child size, because it's the same size as a liquefied child. I know. Weed names are hilarious. The dabs get even weirder. Like, what are my dabs called? This one's called... what are you called? Where's your information? Rainbow belts. Rainbow belts? Sure. I don't know what that means. And I don't know what my syringe is. I lost the packing for it. Does it say it? No. I have no idea what strain that is. I just don't know where it comes from anymore. So I oftentimes will get strains that have, like, Mac in the name or... something that is familiar, blueberry or something, because I'm like, at least that makes sense. Like, I just don't know where the fuck. Cheetah piss is a very common strain, yeah. I think it's because cat piss, like, it's so gross to say it, but literally, like, excuse me if you need to burp. There's a terpene in cannabis that smells like cat pee. So, like, you know, sometimes we'll say it's really dank, like it smells like gasoline. Sometimes it smells like berries. Sometimes it smells herby. Sometimes it smells real pissy. Those obviously aren't my favorite strains. I don't buy the ones called cheetah piss. There's a lot though. Like it's the terpene profiles, and some weed puts it on there and some don't.
Sometimes it smells like a fart.
I was just gonna say, I cannot for the life of me remember what the strain was. This was years ago. I got some dab. So dabs come like this. No, it was so bad. So dabs come like this. Normally at my dispensary, they come like this. So it's like a little ring box. And then you pop the ring box and you've got, this is where your dabs are. And then you've got some like cute shit. I don't know, just overt packaging at this point. But this is your dabs. And then you open it like that. And then usually there's like some sort of seal on it that you peel off and it keeps the wax fresh or whatever and moist or something. So I'm sitting in my bedroom after stream. Zach's still streaming, and our bedroom shares a wall, but like we have a closet between the office, his office, and the bedroom. I open this, and before I hadn't even loaded it into a bowl yet. He literally takes a break from stream to come in the bedroom and tell me one of the dogs has had violent diarrhea and we need to find it. I don't remember the strain though, and I really wish I did, but it smelled so fucking rancid. It was horrible. Just that. Open, whole house smelled like shit and hair on fire. It was so bad. And then it went away. The moment you smoked it, the smell went away. It was some of them smell so fucking bad. I've had some, I've had some bud strains that are like a garlic strain. Garlic will be in the name. Those taste and smell like garlic. Those are horrible. They're horrific. They're great. I mean, you get nice and high, but burnt garlic smell, 'tis not my favorite. Dude, I keep like every day, I've literally been like, okay, today's the day, I'm gonna try the butter. And then I'm like, oh, but what if I get so fucking high, I don't know what to do. So I think I might try it. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to try it. I'm nervous I'm gonna go to space. I can't remember the last time I took an edible. I use glass. I use a bong. I actually have a couple different bongs. This one is one that I've been using lately. I also have one that's like an incognito bong, and it's like a steel cup. It looks like a, you know, cup, like a steel travel cup that you would put a straw in, but it's a bong. That one's dank. That one's being cleaned right now. Oh my God, Vex, should I bring my butter? I didn't even think about that, to be honest. No, I want to try it with you guys, but I have had experiences with edibles, and it's just me being paranoid, where I've been high for days at a time. And so I get nervous, and I have to think, like, is there anything I have to do in the next, like, 4 days where I'm not going to be bothered if I wake up stoned? It's not, and it could do nothing. But, like, Burning Man 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks from today-ish. Yeah. I leave on the 23rd, so it's a little under 2 weeks. But yeah, we drive there, so we leave on the 23rd to get there. But I have it in the fridge. It's refrigerated and it's preserved, and I've got saran wrap and everything, so it's good. The smell, though, no shit, I think I said that, Vex, but like, I couldn't use that butter right away because the smell was so bad. Like, not bad, but just like nauseatingly thick in my house. I had to like leave it for a week to forget what it smelled like. Because it was intense. Yeah, it was so intense. It was like that thick, almost like sickly sweet smell in the air of the butter and the weed just like sitting for hours. Is there weed in my hair? Yeah, it was really intense. And the whole house smelled like it for so long. It was like in my hair, in my clothes and everything. I had to shower and wash everything. And I had to get over it. Because it was just kind of like heavy. Really heavy. And I mean, part of that's probably because I just don't really eat butter a lot. And it was like not a pound. It was what was it? Was it a pound of butter? I think it was. Did I do a pound of butter? I think I did. It was a pound of butter and an ounce of weed, I think. But like, it's my homegrown weed. And so I just don't, I'm nervous. I don't know. I'm being a pussy about it. I'm nervous. I'm scared to get too high. Like, oh, do I put it? So If I dab on my bowls, I'll show you what I do. You basically, if you do what I do, you want to use the smallest, like tip of a needle amount of wax or whatever your dab is, if you do what I do, simply because waxes and dabs and stuff, they have to cook at such a high specific temperature that if you put too much on your bowl, it literally will never hit that temperature. And so it's kind of a waste. So basically what I learned is that the visual particulate, the smoke that we're inhaling, exhaling, is actually not absorbable. If it's visual, if you can see the particulate in the air, it's too large to be absorbed into the bloodstream. What we're actually absorbing is smoke that is so hot and so small, the molecules are so small that they absorb right away and you actually don't see them. And with dabs, if it's not cooked at a high enough temperature, you'll notice you'll get these monstrous white clouds. And it's because it didn't cook hot enough, but it can also lead to some buildup in your lungs. Like, you don't want anything like that. So what I do is if I was going to reload my bowl. Hold on. It's usually what I do if I have like skag weed or something, basically. So by skag weed, I mean like if I get some weed that just seems to be kind of shitty for some reason, like it's just not hitting like it should, or it's weak, or, you know, seedy or something, which is so rare now that I live in legal country. I really, really rarely get it. But every once in a while I do. In order not to waste it, I just like, I think of it like when you see like fortified cereals, I fortify my weed. So where's my little dab box? Where did I put you? My nose itches. Oh my God, right behind my water bottle. Good job. So wax, needle. Literally, I would never put more than like what I could get with the tip of this needle on my bowl, because it just wouldn't cook and it's a waste of your money, because dabs are, you know, they seem cheap, but like they're not really, because of the, you know, you're getting such a small amount, you really don't want to waste it. Like that, maybe even a little bit less, that's flat. So if you think about that as like a flat chip off the wall, can you see it? That much. And that's a needle. And then you do that. And I just put it right on my bowl. It's so small and such a small amount. But just to give you, for instance, so like, this is a 1/2 ounce of weed at... So this whole bag of weed, a 1/2 ounce, is around 290 milligrams of weed, THC. This little pot of wax is 500 milligrams of THC. So this is that, if that gives you a reason why we do itty bitty bitty tiny little itty bitty bits of this comparatively to your weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much more THC in there. It's double, literally double. Yeah. Dabs are great. Some people prefer them, to be honest. Like, I haven't checked my Keef catch in a while, actually. Hopefully not bad, because I've been mixing it up. As a respiratory therapist, how do you reconcile lung health with inhaling smoke? Genuine question. No, absolutely. As a professional respiratory health, I have to say, inhaling anything but clean, pure, perfect 21% oxygen air is probably not a good idea as a respiratory therapist. Simply because THC and weed itself, literally via studies, scientific studies, can't kill you as far as we know. Like, you can't overdose on THC. Weed, a crate of weed falling on your head and breaking your neck is about as much as weed can kill you. Or we can suffocate you in a room that has no air with marijuana smoke. Like, that's it. So there's nothing that can hurt you, but inhaling anything but perfect, clean 21% oxygen air can incite asthma attacks, phlegm. It can cause, like, excessive heat exposure to the mucous membrane of your throat can cause throat cancer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's all about it's not moderation, because obviously not moderation for mine. It's about doing it smart in my case, because I smoke weed so often. I look at, where do the dangers come from? It's the heat. The heat at which we are smoking is where the danger seems to be coming from. Anything I've seen in my experience and studies I've read. And, like, they've studied ancient peoples of, like, northern Canadian, like, tribes. And a lot of their population, died with a form of esophageal cancer because what we believe is they had to melt everything. So they lived in a land of snow and ice and everything was cold. And so in order to drink water, you had to melt snow. In order to eat, you had to cook it or chew on frozen things. And that excessive exposure of around 180 degrees, chronic exposure to the mucous membranes of your throat, can lead to esophageal cancer. They didn't die by esophageal cancer because their lifespans were so short. They didn't live to see the death by the esophageal cancer, but they had signs of it. So that's why I smoke out of a bong. It's the coolest way to smoke. Not cool like I'm cool, but like temperature cool, because the smoke has to go through cold water that I fill it with, and then it has to fill an entire tank before it reaches my mouth, giving it time to start to cool down and not be the temperature of a lighter. Does that make sense? Ooh, dude! Savage, have fun and be safe. Why can't weed smell good like mint or strawberry or watermelon or fucking fried chicken or Memphis barbecue? Dude, and I feel that way about alcohol. Alcohol doesn't taste good. It tastes like fucking under my counter chemicals and poison. Like when I bleach clean my bathroom, I feel like I'm in a bar. I think it's just you get used to it. Cause like no shit, I still don't like the smell of like I'm not like I wouldn't use a weed perfume. Like, I like the smell because I'm like, ooh, I can get high. Like, I associate that feeling with the smell. So if I smell weed, I'm like a bloodhound, go find it so I can get high. And I feel that's what happens with alcohol. It's like, you know how you feel from alcohol, therefore you get past the fact that it tastes like Drano. But no shit, that's why a lot of people dab. Dabs don't smell a lot of the time. Like, if you get shatter or, like a distillate like this, like this is a dab. They come looking like drugs these days. It's just you put your little dot out the end on your whatever you're gonna do. These have no smell whatsoever, and in my experience, dabs tend to smell a lot less. Whereas like a stinky bud can fucking make your whole house stink pretty darn strongly. Also edibles. I mean, edibles always an option, and they tend to give you more of that body feeling, I think. Yeah, they can come in multiple different forms. So, like, this is dabs, that, like, wax that I just dabbed my bowl with. This is dabs as well. I can't remember what they call this. Sauce. You can also get, it'll come in a pot like this, but it'll be this with little crystals in it. They call that sugar in sauce. They have shatter, which looks like sheets of see-through caramel, and you, like, chip a little corner off, put it in your dab rig, and smoke it that way. It comes in so many different forms, and the main difference is the temperature at which it needs to be vaporized to in order for you to get the best bang for your buck, essentially. So the more liquid it is, the less. The more solid it is, the higher the temperature. Does that make sense? I mean, there's some strains. No shit, Allie. So you remember how I was talking about terpenes earlier? I think it's a terpene. My keef catch is not full, by the way. Half. But not full. There's a pepperine terpene that I've seen in weed, and I've noticed those strains make me cough like a dumb bitch. They make me cough so bad. And it's literally like a black pepper terpene that makes it kind of spicy and does make you cough. And then some strains I don't cough at all. Funk, I think the equivalent of that for weed would probably be like a volcano, where you just vaporize a wax melt into a garbage bag and then just sit on your couch and suck on that garbage bag. Have you seen that shit? They're wild. I've never used one, but it's seriously, it's like a vaporizer that looks like a little volcano. You stick a bag onto it, and it vaporizes the weed you put into it, fills a fucking bag, like a balloon bag, and then you just pinch it off and go walk away with it and just with your bag. It's fucking crazy, but I'm assuming that's similar. It sounds like a fun way to test a CPAP. Oh my god. Yeah, they've really made all different ways to consume marijuana because they haven't found that there's really a detriment to your health, the THC itself. It's all about, so that's why I think vaporizing it really became popular, because there's no heat. Like, you fill that bag full of smoke and then you just go sit on your couch and suck off it. It's not hot at all. Like, there's no heat. And heat, as far as we know, scientifically speaking, is where the damage comes from. Also, not vaporizing your weed, your dabs, etc. at the correct temperatures. So, i.e., vaporizing them at a low temperature, therefore you're just building up distillate particles in your lungs that aren't being absorbed. It's pointless. This is where a lot of people like to throw around the term popcorn lung. That's a very specific process that we don't just throw around. It could happen, but like, people love to throw that shit around. Can volcanoes be very bad for you? Really? Teach us. Cinemus is the true knowledge on this. I've just heard about them. I've literally never used one before. I don't know. I know nothing. But anyways, while Cinemus teaches us, that's my itty bitty little, my pearl of dab on my weed that actually this is like 32% THC weed, which I don't even know. I think they can only go up to 30%-ish. So really this is just going to rock my world. But I tend to put it right where the fucking flame's gonna hit it, and I hit it with the blue flame just to make sure it's hitting at a right temperature. And you can see it. It basically will melt and disperse into the weed. And then if you notice the way I smoke, I take a hit down one side of the bowl and I put it out with my lighter. And then I take another hit and I kind of nurse a bowl. In my brain, the dab has melted across that bowl weed. And as I go through it slowly and hit the bowl, I'm getting a little bit of that dab wherever it melted onto the bud. So I'm not actually getting that entire dab in one hit, if that makes sense. I know. Unfortunately, it might be a burrito day. I love honestly, I've already committed to being a couple people's weed Sherpas at TwitchCon. I love being a weed Sherpa because I don't want to fuck your world. I don't want to be so high. I don't function. I assume no one else wants that. I would never do that to someone. I like to take people on a happy journey where it's like, you have control of this. It's going to end as soon as possible. Don't do edibles first. Cheers. If you watch it, you might be able to see it melt. And then it's there. And that's how I manage to cheers all day with you guys and not be so fucking high I die. And then I usually put my lighter on wherever I toasted it like that, and I set it to the side, and that makes sure it goes out and it doesn't smoke itself. And a lot of that's because I do firmly believe that, like, there's only so high we can get until either we've plateaued and you actually can't get any more high, or we're so high you literally can't tell that you're getting any more high because you're so high. And to me, that's a waste of marijuana. Weed is still an enrichment, expensive thing. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't want to waste it. So I'd rather just maintain a nice high and be happy. Oh my God. So many people, and I understand, and I appreciate that people are afraid to smoke things. Because, what else in the world do we smoke as a good thing? Cigarettes, crack, nothing. There's a dog hair on my face. Smoking, I understand, and I completely appreciate and respect wanting to stay the fuck away from that. Meats and fish are smoked and delicious. Also cheese. Have you ever had smoked Gouda? Is it Gouda? I think it was smoked Gouda. Oh my God, it's so good. Smoked cheese out of this fucking world. I know, I cleaned my desk actually 3 times today just in case, to make sure there wasn't tarantula hair all over my desk. But I respect not wanting to smoke things. And so a lot of people default to edibles because, smoked fish, you eat it. You're not smoking it, so it doesn't hurt you. But edibles, edibles hit everyone so differently. You could be high in a half hour. You could be high in 5 hours. You could be high for a half hour. You could be high for 5 hours. It depends on, your metabolism, what you've eaten that day, how much water you've drank, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How much you move. No one can say, oh yeah, this edibles is going to kick in exactly 30 minutes and it'll be over by tomorrow. No one could guarantee that ever. Whereas smoking weed, you're going to get high within 15 seconds and it's going to be over in maximum 2 hours. And 2 hours is being really generous. And I like that level of control over weed. Makes me happy. I don't want to be high for days. There's no fun in being high if you're waking up high. Like, part of the joy of waking up is like, I get to have my coffee, there's my caffeine kick, and I get to smoke weed and get high. But if you wake up high, I just don't see the fun. I don't like it, personally. I mean, every day is a high day for me, but I'll take you along. Smoke Good is common. Is that the one? It was so good. There's a balance to smoking foods, 100%. I actually went through a phase where I was a little bit like, I found liquid smoke. Did anybody else find liquid smoke at one point in their life and just think to themselves, this should go in everything? Because same. It was, I don't know why, I was just like, oh my god, I need to put it in chili, and I need to put it in soup, and I need to put it on bacon, I need to put it in everything. Like, liquid smoke is amazing. But man, there's too much liquid smoke. Yeah, then you get too high and you wake up all dehydrated and gross because you were so high you didn't drink anything. You just laid there, open mouth, like, and then you're yeah. Yeah. The 400 hold on. No shit, Glut. I don't know if you were here yesterday. I told the story of the dude. It was a friend of a friend. I think I've told you this story. He went to a party, and the people who threw the party thought it would be a cute idea to lay out a tray of edibles, of cookies that they made homemade that were edibles, and not tell anybody. And this guy goes to the party having no idea and eats like almost the entire tray of cookies and trips beyond reason. And like, little to a lot of people at that party's knowledge, he was a boxer. So he boxed the party to the floor. And when the cops were called and showed up, the cops arrested the people who made the cookies. Because he was poisoned and he had to go to the hospital. Like, it was horrific. Horrific. Like, same, I agree. Like, how dare you? He was in a mode of fucking self-defense, as I think any of us would have been, because God knows, I have no idea how many milligrams he consumed of THC. And oh, by the way, he didn't smoke or take THC. He was a boxer, like in college, like boxing on a scholarship or something. So he didn't do any drugs. So this was on a non-tolerance level, which I think is a crime. Like, that's disgusting. I'm glad they were arrested. That's so gross. Dude, something happened. No shit, Curmudgeon, do you remember when everybody found out about eye drops? That no shit happened in my school. One of the teachers almost died because a student thought it would be hilarious to put a few drops. I think it was more because of what it did to this teacher. But they put the fucking, it was like, I can't remember what year. It was like all of a sudden everybody knew that if you put Visine in someone's drink, they would shit themselves stupid. You can kill someone. Do not do this. Horrible, horrible, horrible prank. Do not do this. That is poisoning. It can kill someone. Visine, what is it? It's like a dilate. I don't know exactly what it does. Is it a dilator or is it a constrictor or something? But when you drink it, it makes your intestines go crazy and you just start to shit blood. Like, you can't stop shitting yourself and people will get dehydrated to death. It's very serious, but someone did that to a teacher, a substitute teacher at my school. Someone's father, actually a student's father. It was so fucked up. It was wrong. And I hated that guy. And I would never. Are you kidding me? So fucked up. I don't remember exactly what it does, but like, I've seen it in movies and shit now. Like, it's a well-known thing, this Visine. You put a couple drops of Visine in someone's drink and they'll shit themselves dumb. But if you put too much, you can kill them. It's terrible. Oh! We had a bitch waiter at IHOP put Visine in our drinks. Shut the fuck up. That's a crime. That's what? They could have fucked up his boxing career too. I know. Honestly, I think it might have fucked up his boxing career a little bit because he ended up in the hospital for a bit because he was tripping. Like, hard. I can't even put myself there. I've never done anything like that. I've never taken more than one edible at a time. I've never done drugs like that. I have no idea what that poor person experienced, but it feels probably bad. I tried gummies when I was first diagnosed with cancer, and I just ended up laying there worrying about my own breathing. Oh, the manual breathing. Like, am I breathing right? Am I still... I mean, Dream, I hate it, but that's why people say it as a joke. Like, oh God, Katie's now manual breathing. That's basically what happens when you get too high. Is you just start to fall out of yourself and you get into this space where you're like, do I have to think about my heart beating? Am I ever actually breathing other than this moment right now? Oh God, do I breathe? Like, you just start to fall into it. No, I didn't look. Did you actually send him to me? Oh, I'll look at him on my break. No, I didn't look yet. I got out to the car and shit myself inside out before I left the parking lot. I don't doubt it because that's no fucking joke. That's so scary. How did you find out? Fucking manual breathing, right? It's the worst. And it's kind of like the equivalent of the spins when you're drunk. You get too high on an edible and you're going to end up questioning the universe in manual breathing, and it's no fun. You won't die, but man, does it not feel good. No one does. Allie, I don't even want to be that high, and I smoke every day. I've never wanted that. I don't want to lose, even on Faded Fridays when I get really high, I still have control of my faculties. I never want to get to the point where I like black out or have loss of autonomy. What up, VR? How are you, love? Ever. Let me see if Discord will open. It's been fine. Cocky, what the fuck? Oh. Shut up. That is phenomenal. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. That is phenomenal. The pattern is so good. It's literally a fuck uterus. Can I show them? It's a picture of Cocky, so I want to make sure she's okay with me showing you guys. It's phenomenal. Hold on. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I have to pull up the pattern as well because it's fucking good. It's so great. Oh, Shazam, absolutely. I love talking about this stuff. And honestly, like people like C. Nemois and there's a few other people in chat literally work in the industry and know everything I'm saying, I'm basically regurgitating just what they've taught me. Like I've told my stories about edibles and they're like, oh, this is why that happens. This is how these interact. Like they're people who make them in the industry professionally and legally for a business. Like they know a lot. I love talking about that stuff because if we're going to imbibe, we might as well know what the fuck we're doing, right? And like some people prefer edibles. Like some people have figured out like how to microdose an edible. So they're taking like the smallest amount possible to the point where it just puts them to sleep, but they don't wake up high in the morning and they're fine. And I've just never found that. They're so hit or miss for me. Amen. Don't forget to hydrate, motherfuckers.
Turn it off, Willard.
Trouble, me too. I've never like had a bad high or anything from edibles. For me, it's that they last too long if they work. And I like to smoke. And if I'm just high waking up in the morning, there's no fun in smoking. So that's basically the only, like, or they do nothing. Like, that's the other, we spend money on edibles and they do nothing. That sucks. Hydrate before you die, straight motherfuckers. Okay, I'm gonna show you the pattern because it's fucking beautiful. I hope it shows up on... How does one find this? Do you understand the face now? I know. The fuck uterus. It makes me laugh in a dumb way. And then this is what she has so far. This is so good. I love you so much. I would literally laugh the entire time. Like, that's just... I know. The fuck... I wanna have that with me the rest of my life. Cocky is a fucking national treasure. That's just facts. It's so I love it. Oh hell. Do you like the uterus too, bud? Fuck uterus. I agree. I almost knobbed you again, right in the face. Why do you always go there, Bubba? Always and forever, my sweet boy. Sweet tricky boy came to see. No shit, she has been. She just looks at the pattern and cackled. I get it, because, like, it's the face. I've had pictures like this in my life. No shit. I call them my, like, Insta Joy pictures or whatever. And for the life of me, I can't find one of them. But it was a hairless cat, like, faced away from you. So the camera was, like, looking at literally its asshole, but it was sitting on its balls. And it was turned towards the camera hissing. And just looking at it would make me laugh eternally. That. I'm not kidding, Rod. That's exact. I do. That's my I'm angry face. My whole face starts to crunch up in the middle and it just gets like, the pain. Le pain. That is fucking amazing. And I thank you for the laugh that I'm. I do have to make it go away now. It's the weird. It reminds me of something, and I'm trying to. It's like something in the labyrinth has a mouth like that. That, like. Do you know what I'm. Is it the door knockers? I just expect it to start talking. Is it the fucking knockers? Yeah. They've got that, like. Permanent frown. Like it would start talking, but it would just like gurgle blood. Like. What? We just went out. Didn't we just go outside? Didn't we just have a break? I feel like we did, bud. What can I do for you? Do you want to snuggle? Do you need to shit? I don't know. I feel like we just didn't we just. Is it me? Hold on. I went to go find the video Glut threw me about the guy getting too stoned. And this it's still there. Holy shit, Glut. That's a horror movie. That kind of, oh, Bubba. That kind of feels like a comedy skit. OBGYN putting in an IUD and the cervix bites it like the door knockers in Labyrinth. And you just hear like, Yep, it's in there. Shouldn't hear anything out of that bitch for a few years at least. No, bites the IUD. You remember in Labyrinth how it bites the door? Like, she takes the door knocker out of its mouth, but in order to get in, she has to knock. So she, like, plugs his nose, and he goes, and then she jams the door knocker in his mouth, and he's like, and he can't talk, but then she can knock on the door. Is it just me? I've seen that movie a few times. It's fine. Come here, bud. I have some horrible news I have to break to you. Do you remember Rod? Yeah, we love. Yep, that one. That one. Yeah, we love him. I know, you're gonna be really upset though, bud. Rodbert, listen to me. You can't ignore me right now. Trick, listen to me. Robert's never seen the labyrinth. I know. No, you can still love him. We don't have to kill him. I know. You can cry. Me too. What? He can't even make eye contact. I know. I know. How do we fix it? Yeah, that rod. I know. There's no other rod. I know. I don't even know what to do. What the It's fine. I know. Yeah, you still have to spend a couple weeks. It's fine. No. Maybe we'll just leave nothing in the house but labyrinth on repeat. Somewhere secret. Yeah. Okay. I know. It's the worst. I know. We're ashamed and disgusted and disappointed. What the fuck? How can one not want to see the elegant yet charismatic package that is David Bowie's sock pants? Pourquoi? Oh. The next time Rod makes it to movie night, can we put on the labyrinth? Oh, sorry. Eaten a 250 milligram chocolate bar, and I didn't feel shit. Like nothing. I never got high. Woke up the next day, never felt anything. I've eaten a 4.5 milligram microdose and been high for days. I honest to fuck cannot figure it out. I think it has something to do with what I eat, or when I eat, or who I eat. I don't know, because there's no guarantee on it, and it honestly makes me anxious. Are you ready to go outside? We need to take a break. You want to go into the outdoors? Yeah? They're just gonna mouth each other's faces. Quick break, my dudes. I have to pee. I've drank so many liquids. Hello, bitch. How are you? How are you doing, Miss Ma'am? And little sir? You guys are cute. I give you a hard time. You are kind of a bitch, though. It's okay. Someone's gotta love us, bitches, huh? Yeah. She's like, whatever. I don't love you. Just give me all your belongings. If you eat something fatty before you eat an edible, it'll hit quicker. Really? Someone was saying that earlier. I was actually wanted to say, I was wondering if that was something about it. Because, like, in order to get, like, your stomach juices going, I don't know how to say that. Like, maybe eating something. But fatty makes sense because that's the hardest thing to digest. So, really, you're getting a lot of bile and stuff. I wonder if that makes it last longer. You know what? I don't know. I gotta pee. Take a break. Welcome back. The dogs did have to shit. You're in my cane. You're in my. Stop it. I can't stand this feeling deep inside of me. I just wanted to pause it and I can't find it. Goose Game! I promised we'd play some Goose Game today, so I want to play it. I just realized time flies, dude. I don't know what it is. The last 2 days have just flown. We're just fucking talking. Not that that's bad, but Jesus Christ, we can still talk while I terrorize people as a goose. I know, seriously, I literally was looking around. I'm like, what? Do I have the application open? Is it a tab? Where is it? Good conversation can do that, which is the blessing of this. Seriously, it's the last couple days. It's crazy. It's just flown. It's flown. Nope, that's not the keyboard. I really like this game. It's fun. It's very, like, traumatizing, but fun. What is it called? Untitled. I don't know why. I forget the title of it every time. Untitled Goose. Gam. Jizz. If you're unfamiliar, it's a lot of honking. Snack order? Oh, hell yes. Dude, I have Hot Pockets in my fridge. I'm 36. Food is food, man. At least you eat. It's the best. Now I want to fucking see you guys. There you are. Okay. Goose Game. If you have never played Goose Game like me, I just started playing a couple days ago. It's a puzzle game, but also I'm a very annoying goose. Dude, nerds clusters, but not like 400 milligram ones. Asshole goose. I am. Oh god, that screen. So bright. Good god. Hello, Dolly. Good morning. Whoa. Dude, right? That's just like the I don't put it on screen on purpose because it's just a perfection. This is what I'm saying when I said like neither of us have any pirate stuff. So we've been desperately trying to thrift as much as possible, but finding like the puffy shirt was so hard to do like a pirate look for him. This will be absolutely perfect. Jacksepticeye play. No shit. Play this? You know what's crazy? Apparently this was a big thing. Like when I first told Zach about it, no shit, he rolled his eyes at me because he knew I'd honk at him for the rest of time. And I didn't know. Like I don't know how I completely missed. I just missed out on the Goose Game. I like missed it completely. Like I didn't hear about it. I didn't see honks. Apparently honk was like, he was saying like during GDQ, everyone honked the whole time. It was just a thing that year. I completely missed it. Cheese stick. Was that in HelloFresh? Random. Millie played it much like me. What does that mean? What does that mean? So Donna, me neither. I'd never heard of it, and apparently it's very, very popular. Like, it's pretty fucking big. It's great. Wait. You also have a new game from the devs. Oh, they have a new game from the devs? Did you gift it to me? Thank you. Real? Oh. Demented Gremlin. How? I don't know how else to play. When they take your golden bell, what do you do but hiss, honk, scream, and flap? Give it back. It did, honestly. I'd never played that before, and I went in completely. I didn't watch any trailers or anything. I had no clue what this was going to be. But that is, my playstyle is the snaky. Most folks play Sneaky Heidi. You were 100%. What does that say? Oh, it's 2 minutes to 4:20, by the way. What does that say? Right! I'm a goose! I've seen geese, they have razor sharp teeth on their beaks and stuff. They're mean. Dude, if I was a goose, I'd peck and bite everyone. Everyone. Hold on, I'm gonna look. So Glut says there's another one. Let me see. Even though it looks like we have more of this game to play, right? Like you just keep getting more checklists that are harder and harder, I'm assuming? I had to learn to start sneaking around. I didn't sneak around at first. The first time I started playing, I literally went in blind. I didn't even know there was a checklist. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm a cute goose. Oh my god, I can flap my wings. I'm gonna bite everyone. And then I started getting angry and begging chat if I could kill people, and they said, you can't kill people in the game. So I gave up on that hope and dream, but being an annoying goose is second best. I think I snuck around my first hour or so and then just fucked around, was an asshole, and had more fun. Yeah. You can do it. I mean, obviously you can do it. There is an end. Interesting. Hold on. I didn't have an alert pop up on my Steam or anything. Mighty Goose. Shut the fuck up. What's that? Hold on. I have to go to it. One moment. Mighty Goose. Oh my god. Wait. Is this by the same people? Seriously? Mighty Goose is a fast-paced run-and-gun shooter starring a bounty hunter goose. No, that one's different. Okay, I was gonna say, this looks so different. Hold on, I was trying to find the... Go back. Go back. Go. Stop it. Go. Stop it. Stop autoplaying. No one likes autoplay. I'm that game. Hold on. There was another one that Glut said is the sequel that I did not. I fucked up. I clicked something wrong. What did I click? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, wait. Is this the one we looked at the other day? Dude, that was fucking fast. Hold on. Go to it. I want to watch the trailer. Hold on. Yeah! Dude, this one looks so fucking weird and hilarious and weird. I don't know. There are so many words to describe it. I just, or something like that on that flavor. Yeah. Holy crap. Excuse me. Did my music just, oh, I must have, oh, because I paused the video. It hit play on music. That is so bright. Whoa. Yeah, I think Tuesday, which is a day from today. It's not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Monday. The day after tomorrow. That feels like a great Tuesday game. I don't know. I don't know. What's the description? Thank goodness you're here is an absurd comedy slapformer set in the bizarre northern English town of Barnsworth. As a traveling salesman, take the time to see the sights and meet the locals, who are very eager to give you a series of increasingly odd jobs. I am intrigued. No, let me see. Organizer with a Y? Wait, did someone tell me that sound? Did you mention the other day? This sounds familiar. Hold on. Organizer. It doesn't. Oh, organizer, not organizer. Organizer. Katie, you can read and you can spell all at the same time. Stop it. Organizer, amazing. Wait. Orgy! It's orgy! Katie! No, we cannot, but it's hilarious. Organize amazing swinger parties and match people, activities, rooms, and toys for an explosive evening. A lighthearted, sex-positive puzzle romp that also supports a good cause. That's pretty... I mean, it looks... It's not an explicit game by any means. There's nothing explicit on the screen. It's like pixels. Wait, you... Stop it. Autoplay kills me. Really? It's TOS friendly. Look at this. Look at the way it looks. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing, like, it looks like this. I don't know how to describe that. It looks like you match, it's kind of like a match play game. I don't know how you would describe this. Oh my god, wait. So you guys, do you end up the people that are dating? I might check that out because it actually looks like it might be kind of fun, especially if it has chat integration. Because we can, I mean, words and stuff, like, oddly enough, they don't really care as long as it doesn't show a boob. Really, all proceeds from the game go to Planned Parenthood? That's pretty phenomenal. It's only $5. $7 if you want the XXL pack with a nude mod, which we don't want. Really? Dude, that's dope. No, I'll check it out. Hold on, I'm going to add it to my list so don't forget about it. Same. I mean, Glut, no shit. 9 times out of 10 when I go to the front page of Steam and look at, like, the most popular games, at least half of them are, like, anime dating games that are just, like, game sex.
What I do is easy.
I fucking hate that it just plays a video. Steam just does that. There's no way to turn that off, and it's really annoying. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're usually called something like Lust Cards or Date Her Now or something, and it's fine. I have no problem with people playing those games. It's just like you can't literally stream any of that at all. Like none of that at all. Is it actually pretty fun? Like no shade to the dev at all. Like devs can be awesome. Two things can be true at the same time. Is it actually pretty fun though? The fuck me Sims. Exactly. Yes, those. Foul, right? Dude, to each their own. You just can't, we can't stream anything with a naughty part, which is so dumb. Oh, I love that. The game has kinks in it and explanations of them, so it's sex positive, kink positive, furry positive. I love that. We can educate. I hate it. I mean, you guys know me. I'm very body positive. I think it's stupid that the world is against nipple skin, God forbid, and balls and boobs and stuff. Like, it's literally the world is against what they have. It's so prevalent. We are so self-loathing. It's crazy. You got to organize people. Organize. You got to organize people into your house by what they do and do not want to do that night. Who they want to do, what kind of room they want to be. Oh, that's hot. I know. It's still great. I watched it yesterday, hardcore. It's just permanent, Vis. Really? Hold on. I'm gonna write down the names so I don't forget about it. Even though I added it to my wish list, because that's where I put things just to keep an eye on them. Hold on. Organizer. And I'll check it out. I'll look at some people streaming it or whatever and just to make sure. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. If people are streaming it and it's in the category thing, it's fine. The main thing Twitch is, like, as long as a game's in the category picker, you know, the only other stipulation on top of that is you can't mod it to then have nudity. Like, if it's already got nudity in it and Twitch okayed the game, you're good. That nudity's fine. It's just built in, but you can't mod things to change it. And this game looks like, I mean, it's pixels. Like, it's fine. I think. I mean, Vile, have you, like, I've talked about this before. It makes me feel ill to part my hair on the wrong side. Like, if you have a cowlick, I know. If you have a cowlick or if you just have a natural part in your hair, see how my hair naturally goes that way? That's like how the follicle grows. If I part it on this side, it almost makes me feel a little gross. Like my scalp feels like it's crawling. It's really weird. In order to part it on the wrong side, I have to blow dry it in that direction. But I kind of like I like that it's like vibrant on this side and then you get the peekaboos. No shit, Kozu, same. I know. It's weird. And it might be part of, like, I have all these cowlicks. These, like, spiral things of hair. They're just they're all over, and it's weird. But I like that it does the peekaboo, honestly. Like, on this side, when it parts and stuff, you see the blue through it, and it looks cool. I dig that. But yeah, if you've ever had longer hair, it's weird. Like, you can see how the hair grows in that, well, wait, does it go that way? And if I try to make it go the other way, it feels almost like someone's pulling on your hair. It's weird. I know. It might, I don't know what it is. I think hair just grows in a certain direction. Dude, yeah, what's her name? What's her screen name? Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm going to take off a little bit early today and go hang out with my dogs. We beat the first level of that other game, but it's the end of our week. We can take 20 minutes, right, bud? You want to come here? Come hang out. Come hang out, Bubba. Here's my boy. Hi, bud. Are you having a good day? Has it been exciting? Did you get to sleep in? Slayed a dragon? Done some exciting shit? Yeah. Right up the nose. Right up the nose. Oh, let me grab that name. Hold on. Sushi Monster. Copy. Got it. Reese's been having tummy issues. Dude, Lil had tummy issues a couple days ago. Like, she just had the runs. It was so bad. I felt so bad for her. Like, really, like, she shit like 5 times in one day. It was bad. I felt so bad. It's kind of okay now, but I felt really bad for her. Beata, have a beautiful evening. Be safe. Don't forget to brush your teeth and wash your hands and don't let people touch you or anything like that. like I said, tomorrow, Mondays. Oh, we've kind of got that too. And the weather changes, think sometimes fucks him up. Yeah, it probably stresses him out because he doesn't want to go sit in the rain. So then he gets the poopies. Aww. You guys are funny. Aw, bud. You're very sweet boy. I know. You know what time it is. That's how I know it's bad. Yep. It's so funny how they can be particular, but they're so relaxed about other things. All right. I'm going to raid this new human, and I'm going to go spend an extra 30 minutes with my little puppies. Tomorrow's day off. Tuesday, we'll play that. What is it called again? I'd say that game we just watched, but I'd genuinely like to know the name. Like, I'm really bad at remembering names. It's just the worst. Thank goodness you're here! Which looks funny. I'm excited. Honestly, it looks hilarious. I'm very excited. In the meantime, we're going to raid someone playing the Orgienizer. As always, when we're raiding someone we're unfamiliar with, and when we're raiding anyone in general, be kind, be courteous, be loving, be wonderful, be generous. If you have a Prime sub that's up and you don't know where to throw it, maybe throw it here. I don't know. Be nice. But drink water, smoke bowls, take your joy, even though I'm not around tomorrow, and we'll be back on Tuesday. Like I was saying earlier, Burning Man is in officially a little bit less than 2 weeks. It's like just under 2 weeks. And Burning Man, I will be gone for like 10 days because I drive there and then I stay in the desert with no reception, nothing, and then I come back. But when I come back, I tend to have lots of cool stories and stuff. So we got 2 weeks together. I'll see you on Tuesday. Tea after sex.